that for Brady too. Why doesn't Brady have 20 Super Bowl rings?
Sure, you might as well start. But
he's been there 10 times though.
But
right?
But let's not.
How many times has Aaron Rodgers been there?
You can't say that about Tom Brady. Like by far, the Bucs are not like a top 3 team in the league, like all around. Like we know, like
who had the best record in the NFL last season?
I mean, the best record will mean the better team.
Who had the best record in the NFL last year? I mean, in the NFC last year.
NFL. Let me look.
That would be the Green Bay Packers, correct?
Probably, but best record means best team because the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl. They didn't have the best record at all.
Exactly.
But you're trying to move the goal. You're trying to say that Tampa had a better team, but the Packers had a better record.
You can have a better record, but by far the Bucs were better than the Packers.
By far.
Okay, then we'll end like this. Who won MVP last year?
Okay, A-Rod.
Okay, what did he do in the playoffs?
Imagine if he had the Bucs.
You keep saying, imagine if he had something. He won MVP with his team.
See, this
who was trash. So imagine how hard that is to do. Brady had a good team and couldn't win MVP. Rodgers had a bad team and won MVP, which is more impressive.
Okay, hold on. Let's not. Okay, hold on. Aaron Rodgers won that MVP playing great. He had, of course, he had the best receiver in the league, Devontae Adams. But who else? He had Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. The defense been hurt all the rest of the year.
Let me ask you.
Like, come on, let's not.
So let me ask you this: if Brady's not on the Bucs and Rodgers is not on the Packers, who finishes better?
It's not even with the hypotheticals. It's just because
I don't care. I'm talking about what's happening presently. What happened with them on the game?
I got a question real quick for you. Who had the best when Lamar Jackson won MVP? Who had the best record? The Ravens, right? And the Ravens, right?
Did the Ravens have the best record? I don't know.
You went 14-2.
Okay.
Were they the best team in the league? Were they the best team?
Hell no.
No.
Lamar Jackson ain't carry that offense?
Yes. Did Lamar Jackson put points on the board against the Chiefs?
They didn't play. They lost to the Titans. They should have beat.
Did he put points on the board?
Yeah, he did. But
how many yards did he have in that game?
I ain't gonna lie. By himself, he had 500 by himself.
Okay, so he did his job. Did Aaron Rodgers do his job?
What you mean? Just cause hold on.
Yes, he outscored Jimmy Garoppolo. Yes, he did.
Hold on. But why are we acting like? He did. Why are we acting like that's on Aaron Rodgers' fault? That completely on Aaron Rodgers.
He put up 10
special teams.
Yes, Garoppolo put up 6. 10 is more than 6.
But special teams matters. Why are we doing that? Like it's not completely on Aaron Rodgers. We get he didn't score. He scored 10 or how many points he scored.
Shout out to GB.
But let's not act like that special teams.
The Packers had a punt blocked for a touchdown. Rodgers isn't on the field for that.
So we're okay with the MVP, baby.
I'm not. It's not that I'm not okay with it. I'm not going to put the full blame on it when they have a special teams, 2 great special team players that won in the game. And then we saw what happened.
Yo, you enjoying this?
We saw what happened when the 49ers got the ball back from the Packers and what Deebo Samuel did at the end.
If the punt doesn't get blocked, the Packers win.
Yeah, Mel.
Rodgers has nothing to do with it.
Your mic too. Do you have headphones in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your mic from your computer is echoing because I could kind of hear it.
All right,
yeah, I heard it. I think. Oh wait, no, it's a little bit there, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's like you can hear it. Like when you're not talking is when it's showing.
Okay. It might be because I was trying to charge this damn phone too.
It could be the electricity. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not finna just completely blame Aaron Rodgers for that.
No, I'm not blaming Aaron Rodgers for this Super Bowl, but there's other Super Bowls where playoffs. There's other playoffs where he could have done more. And I do agree with Mel. He at that lead of a quarterback, he should be able to put points up on the board. That's all. I agree with that point. He should be able to put points up on the board as a quarterback, throwing touchdowns.
I feel like there's more going into the factor of that. Like it would have been different if he had like a real. Like, if it was just more than Devontae Adams and then Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, who split carries.
You got Marquez Valdez-Scantling. You had Randall Cobb. Like, dude, you acting like it was nothing.
How old is Randall Cobb?
Randall Cobb, like 35, bro, still playing for the Packers. Bro, Marquez Valdez-Scantling is mid.
Come up.
Super mid. Like, let's not do that. And the 49ers had a top 2. And the 49ers had a top 5 defense that year. Like, come on, bro. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he's not even the top 30 receiver in the league.
Like, can't be a top 5. Everybody's not a top 5 wide receiver.
but he's not even. He's not good. He's all right. I'm not gonna say not good. He's all right, but he's nowhere near like that's a weapon or something. Like Randall Cobb, come on, like.
All right, let's start the show. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of From the Sideline. I'm your host, Troy, and I'm back with another video, and I'm back with the boys. What's up, fellas?
Yo.
What's going on? What's going on?
We got GK. Are you with me? What's up, GK?
Cheers. Got this banana nut bread coffee. It's banging.
Banana nut bread coffee. Sounds interesting. Trent, what's up? What's up, brother? How you feeling?
It was good. I'm chilling.
Not much. We got Theo back in the house. You know, Euro player / coach.
I got my water.
Got my water. Right?
And y'all healthy and shit.
Right.
I gotta pour me a glass of water right after this. Then.
Right. We got Mel. Mel's in the house. What's up, Mel?
What's up?
Yeah, BooWop will be here shortly. Like, you know, BooWop's the straggler. So let's just get into it. You know, everybody want to talk about it. You know, last night something happened. I won't be able to add another one of these to the collection.
What happened last night?
Boston lost.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I won't be able to add another one of these things to the finger, but I still got this one. And a lot of you guys out there that's talking smack on Boston don't even have this. All right, you don't have this. All right, so if your team was not in the finals, shut your tracks. Okay, I won't hear nothing from you. All right, Mel and Theo get a pass today. All right, they get a pass. You know, Melvin said some stuff he said right. You know, I think Theo had Golden State winning it because he even though he had Dallas beating Golden State.
I had Boston winning.
Well, welcome to the side, but I'm gonna wear my ring all day. All right, just so I can feel like I'm a champion. But let's start with you, Melvin. What were your thoughts on last night's game?
No, I mean it went pretty much the way I got scared in the first quarter.
Guard.
Until they went on that 21, what was it, 21-0 run? Like that was once they did that, it was a wrap. It was over. Steph did what he was supposed to do. Wiggins showed up. Draymond actually made a jump shot, so that was cool.
You said Draymond made a jump shot. That was cool. Garb, thank you for the resub. Appreciate you, and we appreciate Cooper Douglas Cuff too. Theo. What are your thoughts on the Boston losing in 6?
I thought like they would have a little more energy at home, so I feel like it was going to go 7 and it was 7 went either way. But the way Jordan Poole exploded, came out where he had like 11 points in 6 minutes or something like that. That's tough to recover from. Like if you prepare for Steph, you prepare for what Clay's going to do, Game 6 Clay or whatever. But then Jordan Poole come off the bench and get hot right off the bat. It was a rare after I saw that. After the second half, after the first quarter, when I saw that happen, I was like, you know what? It's going to go a different way. So, yeah, tough loss to Boston, but you know they're a young veteran team, bro. They're a young veteran team. So we'll see what happens next week.
GK, you made a face.
Shout out my boy I Main.
Main.
No.
Main got a battle coming up in the fade room. Not to cut G off. Main got a battle coming up in the fade room too. So shout out to Main. Go ahead, GK.
The thing is, Boston's bench went 2 for 10 from the field, 0 for 6 from the 3-point line. Combined for a total of 5 points. Boston just could not score the basketball, like 90 points. And then before, I think it was around 90 as well, right?
Yep.
Derek White missing too many shots. Like, that's really for me what it was like when the bench is missing all their threes from home, like at home, and, you know, you're just going down on offense, turning over the ball. Like, it just doesn't look good. I mean, the starters were hanging in there, but literally the bench killed the team. Like, I think the bench's plus minus was like ridiculously awful. And it's not even like, because when you look at the numbers of what I said for the bench, right? But then you look at their collective numbers together, it wasn't that bad. So like 42% from the field, 39% from three. So like literally the starters were carrying the team.
Oh, but we're not beating Golden State shooting 39% from the three.
No, but I mean, you got to break 100. Like, because if you can hold Golden State to under 105, like that's your opportunity to win. And like, you got to be putting up 110, and like you're scoring less than 100 like twice in a row. Like, it's just unacceptable.
I got a question, GK. I got a question. What you mean the bench? Like, what did Tatum do?
That's the elephant in the room. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
I mean,
you can't say bench.
He only had 13 points. Yeah,
well,
but
I'm gonna tell you my.
I mean, he did have 7 assists. Like,
I'll tell you what my
too many turnovers though.
I'll tell you what my thought on Tatum is, and I said this to a guy on Facebook earlier when he was like, "We weren't hurt, we weren't injured, we were hurt." Now BooWop got some mic, but we weren't injured, we were hurt. So if you look at when Tatum hurt his shoulder, BooWop, your mic wild. When you look at when Tatum hurt his shoulder and how he played after that, he couldn't really shoot the ball. Like,
well, not only that, but Wiggins was a nightmare matchup for Tatum.
After that shoulder injury.
Talk about it, GK. I like that.
No, yeah, and I'll get to that too. Wiggins was a good matchup for Tatum, and Tatum has to learn how to play over bigger defenders. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I think Jason Tatum's shoulder played a big factor in him not scoring points because it was obviously bothering him, and that's all I'm saying. And a shoulder is a very important factor in you shooting.
That I would agree with you if he was taking shots. He wasn't even taking shots.
That shoulder.
She took 18.
Yeah, I mean.
But most of that came in like the first half.
That shoulder probably started hurting him.
I mean, it's just, I mean, I had the Warriors winning 6. I would have liked to see the Celtics win, but like, it's, I don't know, the way Tatum went out. I mean, he's young and all. He gonna get really it, obviously, but it's just like, yeah. Troy, how bad that shoulder injury is though?
Well, they said he ain't gonna need surgery. Come over here say he shot great from 3 with the shoulder injury. Nah, you need to go watch the games before and the games after, and then you'll see the difference. But yeah, I don't know. But the finishing too, Carmen, it could be
because I think he's too damn big to be missing all them damn open layups.
He missed a lot of layups this season.
Yeah, it could be like I said, it could be the shoulder, could be he was tired, it could be a lot of things. Like we're young, Tatum doesn't really know. Like, and we had problems all year closing out games, so it's not like it's nothing new for us to.
How many years Tatum been in the league, bro?
How long? What?
Tatum was in the league 4 years, 5 years.
Yes, 4 years. Next year will be his 5th year.
4 years. He been in like 2 conference finals. Already?
No, it's 5th year. It's 5 years. I think it's 5 years. Let me double check.
2 or 3 conference finals.
2 or 3 conference
finals. I got you. Yeah, he's been to 4 Eastern Conference Finals, 1 Finals. So yeah, 5 years. It's 5 years.
That's a hell of a resume so far.
Yeah, it'd be one thing, but during the season, Tatum finished as like one of the worst finishers at the basket all year long. Like
5 years.
At least this season.
So you saying this season he's been finishing terrible at the basket and it just carried on to the playoffs?
They showed a stat. He's like 2nd or 3rd, like worst finishers inside the paint all season.
Oh, man. That's tough. That's tough.
And for him to be what 6'8", 6'7",
like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, but my thing is Tatum will get in the gym. He's gonna go find somebody that has done it and to work out with whoever it is. But he's gonna hit the gym hard, him and JB, and they're gonna be ready next year. He's gonna come out and like I said, he's still young. He's only 24, going on 25. So it's like he has time to improve on those mistakes. Like, yeah, he doesn't. His finishing at the rim, suffered, down the stretch in the finals. His 3-pointers, suffered more than what he was doing earlier rounds. But like I said, he's young. I'm not mad at it. I talked to some Boston fan earlier. He said his heart was broken. Sorry, my guy. He said he just wants to see Boston win a championship. We did. But yeah, so I'm not mad. I'm happy we made it. We're young. I didn't expect. I was hoping our hunger outweighed Golden State experience, but Golden State experience is too much. Like,
but they're hungry too, though.
Yeah, definitely because Klay came back. Having him back this is more what it showed me. It showed me like, because I think we were saying this a couple of episodes ago when we were talking about prime Danny Green. I don't want to get back into it, but we were talking about prime Danny Green. Ain't no different. Prime Danny Green and Clay. And I was trying to tell you guys the importance that Clay gives to the Warriors is it's important. And this year showed it, because even with him not at his best, he still was a factor out there to where people watched him, was concerned about him, and that's impact on the court. That's impact, giving his team creating open space on the floor for his teams, because you don't want to give up the corner threes to Klay Thompson. You don't want to give up the fast break threes to Klay Thompson, because he can knock those down. And if he start knocking them down, then they're going to put you out the game fast. And Klay Thompson is a testament to that system. Yeah, we give it all the credit to Klay. And I had a question here. Is Golden State won 4 titles in 6 years? Is it just Curry, or do the others matter? Because all I keep hearing is Curry has 4 rings. Curry has 4 rings. Well, I understand that Curry's the superstar, Klay's the star, and Draymond's the all-star. But when do we start giving the respect to Dre and Klay for also having 4 rings?
Well, because they always lump Steph. It's the Splash Brothers. Like, they always lump them together.
Yeah, but lately it has not been the Splash Brothers, because Klay isn't in that form.
Klay's been hurt.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. All the credit now is going to Curry and not the other guys around him. And all I'm saying is
I think it's going to him now, because keep it a buck. Like, he was the catalyst that got them there. Like,
100%.
Klay still, the gravity of Klay, you still have to understand you can't leave that man open on the wing.
But so people like to say this. Go ahead, Theo.
I would say this is it's not a hot take. I think Draymond is the glue that kept that team together. Like, Draymond is the main reason why the team is the way it is.
No, he's the glue. Yes, he's the glue.
Yeah. I'm talking about, like, if you look at even the championships they had from the first one on, he was the defensive anchor and he was the main facilitator on the team. So I feel like without him, they wouldn't have as many championships, bro. That's just my
I say without any of them, because you look at, and I know when Klay was hurt and Steph went down, Draymond didn't do good. When Steph had the team by himself, he couldn't get it done by himself. So that's why I'm saying the importance of all 3 of those guys. It's more than just the importance of Klay. I think every single one of them are an important piece or important cog in the machine. And if you take one out, the machine breaks down. It's not that if you take Curry out, it breaks down. Yeah, but if you also leave Curry and Draymond, without Klay, it breaks down. Without Draymond, it breaks down. Without one of those pieces, it breaks down. And I would just want to see, and that's just my opinion, I want to see going forward when Draymond's, not that productive anymore, when age start hitting Steph and Klay, is Poole, Toscano, and those guys going to step up and become the new face of the Warriors, because I would love to see those young guys, especially Poole, step into a role that Steph Curry's teaching him how to run a team. You understand what I'm saying?
Because that's why they're considered a dynasty, in my opinion. Because you got those 3 guys. You changed and Andrew and Andre Iguodala. You can't forget about Iggy. Even though he play a lot, what he did with Gary Payton Jr. was very pivotal. Like, he did a lot for him.
God, you don't get your trollers. He said Boston window is closing. Al Horford doesn't have much time. Al Horford was a great role player for us. Stop it. Like, stop it. Stop doing that. Like, I'm sorry, I love Al, but Al can be replaced.
Yeah.
Al can be replaced. He's not an irreplaceable piece on our team.
But also, what's he doing that 1 year from now is going to affect what he's doing? Like, he's not, he's not like beating somebody off the first step, taking the lane and dunking. So, like, because you don't need him to do that. So, like, 1 year of age is not going to affect his game.
Yeah, and when people get older, they start becoming 3-point shooters. So Al's probably just going to, that's what he's going to do. Look for his spots, get open shots.
The thing about Al is he's not really he's one of them, he's a plug and play kind of guy. Like, he can shoot threes, he can hit open threes. So I think his 3-point shot is only going to get better or remain the same.
That's what I mean.
He's a solid guy. So when you got in the East, when you have guys like Embiid and Giannis, those kind of guys, he's going to be able to fill a void or so what. Like, when they played the Nets, Robert Williams didn't even play he only played like 30 minutes that series. So you had Theis and you had Al Horford, and Al Horford did a great job the whole playoffs. So I feel like he's not the type of guy like GK say. He's not going to exert so much energy as far as, I got to make this move to get this to happen. He's like, I got a mismatch, do a hook shot. I get a rebound, play hard defense, talk, communicate. I'm a veteran. I understand the game. I think that's pretty much all he's going to put into the game. So
Yeah, I mean, we don't need Al Horford. He can. I'm sticking to what I said. He can, if we need him to put the ball in the basket, he can do that. But I don't think that's going to be his role come next year. But I think the most important thing for Boston is, and then BooWop, I want to get your opinion on the finals, the final game last night. I think the most important thing for Boston this offseason is to make sure Rob Williams rehab, and he's 100% next year, and then to get a point guard. Marcus Smart cannot be our point guard next year.
Hell no.
I know GK, you don't like that, but he can't. I'm sorry. He can't be out.
Well, I just think he needs to still be on the team. I'm saying
no, he can be on the team, but he needs to go back to that old role when Kemba and
to just
Kyrie
being the lockdown.
Yep.
Yes, he can shoot the ball. He can be in that same role that Al Horford has shooting. When you have an open shot, if they leave you, take it. But I just don't want next year come and Marcus Smart's taking 22 shots a game. I'm sorry, I don't want that. And JB is showing you that he can take a bulk of the offense. Like I think what I'm scared of with Boston is I hope this doesn't show or undo the work that Tatum and Brown did of getting Tatum being the front guy and Brown being the second guy, because it could change. And Brown can now want to be like, all right, let me get a chance of being the front guy and Tatum being the second guy. Like, we tried this for 5 years. Now let me be the front guy. Let me be the focal of the offense. And I think that will hurt us more than anything. But I think those guys worked it out. I think Udoka has done a good job with them. But I just think we need a solid, healthy big man and get us a true point guard. That could average 12 to 15 points a game and 7 assists. And we could take some of that pressure off of Tatum having to facilitate taking the ball out of Tatum and Brown's hand. But we didn't have that with Smart. You could take the ball out of their hands, but we're not. I don't think the Golden State Warriors was worrying about Marcus Smart beating them, because I don't think.
I mean, he averaged 6 and 15 on the season.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all got to the finals, bro.
No, that's true. We got to the finals because of us buying into the system and us playing defense the way we did. That's how we got there, right?
Late game. You need a general.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like when we didn't,
like even in this last game, Smart had 9 assists. Like,
but they weren't impactful assists.
Yes, it is. Give us Mike Conley. I'll take Mike for the next 2 years.
What?
Yes, Mike Conley. Yes.
Why?
Because he will be just a point guard. He said there's no more true point guards. That's what Sip said.
Conley is mid.
But he could be mid. We don't need average. We just need him to facilitate and run the play. I just threw out a name. I'm not saying that's the end all be all. Like, calm down, guys.
I'm saying like the reason why you said like one of the reasons I feel like the second half of the season turned around for y'all because of y'all defensive presence. Mm-hmm. Like the reason why Brooklyn had so much problems against y'all because y'all defensive presence. Mm-hmm. No matter who you got switched on to, it was a person that was going to make it tough for KD to score.
Didn't matter when it came to Golden State.
But this Golden State though, like you think a point guard, an actual point guard, is going to
run the offense in the moments where Tatum is struggling.
Those last 6 minutes of a basketball game, you need a general. They don't have one.
Yes. But to Troy's point, he said that he feels like Tatum was hurt. Tatum,
100%.
I don't care what kind of point guard you got. If Tatum scored 13 points in the game, it's not a good chance y'all going to win that.
Yeah, but Brown scored what, 43?
Jaylen Brown, you could have still.
Jaylen Brown went 43, right? Okay. Let's say Tatum was having that bad of a game, and then Coach said it. Like Coach said, all right, the adjustment is it's sad to do, but go away from Tatum a little bit and put it more in our point guard hands to create for other people, and get other people involved. Then that 13 points wouldn't really matter if we can get other people involved. We won games with Tatum scoring in the playoffs, not less than 20 points. We have won games because the others stepped up. And I'm saying if you add a true point guard that can average 12 to 15 points and on some nights give you more, then yes, that can make up for Tatum's 13 points when he's hurt or when he's not in the game. Like we still had Kyrie here or even Kemba. I don't know Kemba, but I'll say
only 7 guys.
I'm not going to say Kemba. I'll take that out. If Kyrie was still here, you understand a little bit more what I'm saying, because that would give him another, not just an offensive threat, but also another guy that can facilitate the offense and take the ball out of
Kyrie's not a point guard, bro.
He's
not a point guard. He's a shooting guard and a point guard body.
But
hey, so is Marcus Smart.
Off the bounce.
Only 7 guys in the league had more assists than Marcus Smart. Steph Curry, Trae Young, Luka, Holiday, Russell, Paul, Morant.
Assists don't mean you are.
He's passing it to JB and JT.
So yeah, but what I'm saying is like, how like.
It don't mean nothing to who you pass it to, but we always talk about the health.
No. I'm not saying that it don't mean nothing.
What's up, BooWop? What you saying?
But them not the only people he passing it to though. Like that's obvious that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are.
Who's getting the bulk of the passes?
It ain't.
If we break his assist down, but
I know he ain't just only passing it to them two though, Trey. Like he's playing point guard for that team. If he was just a basic passer, I guarantee you they wouldn't have made it to the finals.
No, I mean that could be true, but I'm just saying. Listen, no matter what you say, I don't think going forward, Marcus Smart can be our point guard.
That's fine.
He can lead the league in assists. Like he can lead it in assists. I'm still going to tell you, like the point guard role needs, like Mel was saying, a floor general that can get it done in the clutch, and I don't think that's Marcus Smart.
Okay, so
Marcus Smart
realistically,
I think Marcus Smart fits in his role of being our defensive anchor, and he can probably give us 20 points here or there. I don't think
realistically, who could you add? Like you'd have to get rid of like Derek White and add somebody like
Malcolm.
Yeah, I don't know if Derek White is there now.
Malcolm Brogdon would have fit. You get Malcolm Brogdon.
He would definitely. Malcolm Brogdon fit everywhere.
But how could you realistically get him? You'd have to like get rid of.
I'm just
non-stir. I've been saying Marcus Smart shouldn't have been our point guard from the beginning of the season. But
like, let's say you take Marcus Smart out of the point guard, he coming off the bench, right?
Mm-hmm. You can move him to the two.
You can move him because that's what I'm saying. When Kyrie and Kemba was there, Smart when he started, he came in the two.
Have him play
down to the 3 and Tatum to the 4.
He can just play the point guard on defense. He can guard the opposing point guard.
But y'all take away so much of y'all defense. The stuff that made y'all special this year, y'all taking it away, bro.
No, but I'm not saying take Smart. I'm not saying take Smart out the starting lineup. I'm saying like just get us a point guard.
I'm saying like when you take. So who you taking? You'll start Robert Williams, right?
At the center, yeah.
So you taking? So who was starting this year as y'all power forward?
Al.
Yeah, I think Al. Two men big. We went with Al and Rob.
So like that's a lot of y'all defense right there, bro. That's a lot of y'all defense. Y'all paint presence. So like teams wasn't able to just drive on y'all and score. I know y'all think Jason Tatum was a great defender, but he's only a great defender because of who's behind him, bro.
No, 100%. But all I'm saying is I'm not saying Smart is a bad player. What I'm saying is that at the point guard position, we can get somebody that can fill that role and just do a little bit more because they're used to it. Smart didn't come in playing the point guard position.
Okay, let's.
That's all I'm saying. If you put him back in his defensive role and let him just do what he's good at, he can still be defensive player of the year. I'm not saying take anything away from Smart. What I'm saying is just put him, don't take him off the team, just put a point guard there that can facilitate the offense down in the clutch. Like one of our biggest problems this year was closing games out. Like I watched the game in the beginning of the season, which I have notes on. When we played the Bulls, we had the lead in the last 5 minutes, we blew it. Like if we had a point guard, he can calm it down, facilitate the offense, get everybody in their spots. Like I'm not saying Marcus can't do that. He was asked to do that this year, and yes, GK, he has done it at a high level. But that doesn't mean that you can't put another point guard in that position.
Okay, so let's try to do this. Let's try to do this. Like so, you can't get Ja Morant, obviously. You can't get Chris Paul. You can't get D'Angelo Russell. You can't get Drew Holiday. You can't get Luka. You can't get Trey. You can't get Steph. Then we got Monte Morris, who you probably don't want.
Hell no.
Kyrie Irving, who you can't get. Conley's contract is way too big. It's not going to work. Pat Beverly, who is just a worse version of Marcus Smart. Kyle Lowry, who you can't get, and he's too old anyway. Then is Tyus Jones, who, to what you're saying, would work, but then he's giving up so much on the defensive end because he's little.
Y'all want from the starting PG, right?
Everything that made y'all special, you're going to give it up. The rebounding, the defensive rebounding, the defense period. You're going to give it up.
So what are we missing? Because we're missing.
So let's keep going though, because then there's Tyrese Maxey, who same thing. Yeah, he could be great on offense, but he's a liability on defense, and you can't get him anyway because he's too expensive. He's too young. Sixers value him too much. Jalen Brunson, who's going to get a king's ransom, you can't get him. Dinwiddie, you can't get him. Jordan McLaughlin, you can't. Do you even want him? Then Bones Highland, he's not better than Marcus Smart. Gabe Vincent, Tyler Hero, you can't get him. And then Derek White, who you already have. Then next is Cameron Payne, Kobe White, like defensive liabilities, right? And then Peyton Pritchard, who you already have. I
think what Troy's saying that he thinks they need a point guard. They need a point guard.
It's defense. But the dude,
No, I agree, Sim. We need bench too. We need role players, better role players. That's why I said I don't know if White comes back. He has to improve for me.
You're gonna have to give something up to gain something.
Yeah, you got.
That's what I mean. Like, goodbye Robert Williams or goodbye Jaylen Brown. Like,
hell no.
I'll give up Marcus.
Well, in order to make it, how else will you make it happen? How else will you get?
Yeah,
what point guard is you trying to get though?
That's what I mean. I just named them all.
That's what GK asking you that question.
You give up Jaylen Brown, you want to get
who? Nobody said giving up Jaylen Brown and Rob. Like nobody said that.
But that's what I mean. If you want somebody better than Marcus Smart, you got to give up somebody on the team better than Marcus Smart.
Give up the defense to get a playmaker in the game, right?
I'm trying to figure out what playmaker you're going to be willing to do that for.
That's what I mean.
Say it again.
Hey, Kyle Sexton up for grabs.
What playmaker are you willing to give up Jaylen Brown?
That's right.
Yes, but in order to acquire Colin Sexton, think about it monetarily, right?
We could do a 3-team trade.
Colin Sexton is.
So no, I'm just throwing out names. Entertain this. Just tell me.
Throwing out names.
Tell me how that would work.
The true point guard that Boston can put in that, put on that team, and you don't have to get rid of Marcus Smart.
Exactly. So you need somebody cheap coming off the bench. You need like Ricky Rubio.
Not so much.
That wouldn't be bad. Thank you, GK. That's a perfect name. Because guess what that guy can do? Facilitate the damn offense, and he can give you 12 to 15 points a night.
But like, I don't understand. Sure, like. You got two of the one-on-ones playing this.
Listen, we can run it back, get in the same position, but what I'm saying is if we don't improve the team, even if I'm wrong about being in the park or point guard, let's go with Simp's thing, because I think Simp is right too. We need better role players. We need to deepen our bench, right? So if we deepen our bench, who are we going to get on our bench, right, that can come in with that second unit that can do a better job?
In game one, the bench lit it up, didn't they?
Yeah, but the bench consistency is the key, G. Like at the end of when it came down, when it mattered, our bench sucked. There's 2 games that I can name where our bench sucked.
So then what do? You have to get somebody like Carmelo Anthony or something.
Bro,
like somebody
your team is good. That's crazy. Your team is good.
That's what I mean.
Yes,
like the team is so good.
You guys are acting like I'm saying blow Boston up. Blow the whole thing. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is find a point guard. Marcus Smart wasn't a point guard to this year.
Yeah, I'm saying how?
This year he was not a point guard until this year. What I'm saying is, in past systems, we had point guards. Kyrie, Kemba. Like, all I'm saying is we can go back, get a point guard, take that responsibility off Smart, and let Smart do what he does best. Anchor our defense. What is Draymond Green? What is Draymond Green? What is Patrick Beverly? They don't have Patrick Beverly
and an anchor on
Patrick
defense.
Beverly and Draymond, right? But that's all I'm saying. And Smart could be the same thing. Patrick Beverly doesn't put up 22 shots a game or 18 shots in a game. Draymond Green doesn't put up 18 shots in a game and 22 shots in a game. How many games can we go look back at a Marcus Smart shooting us out the game this year?
Doesn't Tatum get a lot of assists too? Like,
no, he does because he's one of the primary ball handlers. Go ahead, Mel.
Around the court.
What you say, Mel? We didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, I said he plays soccer too because he's kicking the ball around the court.
Who? Tatum or Smart?
Tatum and Brown, both of them.
He can better passes.
I would agree with that. Tatum, to me, it all starts with one thing. Tatum has to play better.
Like, 100%.
Like I get it. He was hurt, but if he can't play better than what he played in this finals, then they're going to lose every finals like this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't care who you put as a point guard. If he's not the best player on the team, and it has to be clear, they're going to lose.
Yeah, I don't think this. I think he has the experience. He understands what happened. Like I said, you can see the difference in him when he popped that shoulder out. I know what like popping your shoulder out can do you. My brother has it, and that thing can pop out anytime. And I'm not using it as an excuse. JT definitely needs to play better, and that's been all playoffs. He has played up and down all playoffs, and it showed really in the finals when it mattered most. So I can understand it. But like somebody said, we can go back to other players in their first finals that played the same way.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying Theo, GK. I'm not saying the writing's on the wall. All I'm saying is, okay, we've seen what this team potential is. Okay, now if you're evaluating the potential to get better for next year, what do you need to do? And just as me, in my opinion, I think we need a point guard. If you don't think that, that's fine. Like simply saying, y'all need better bench players. Okay, so we keep Rob, we keep, the guys, Pritchard, all those guys. Who do we add to the bench that can help us deepen the bench so when Tatum and Brown comes off the floor, that we still have a fighting chance in a game? You understand what I'm saying?
I think you could beat them as is.
I think it's a point guard.
No, I think also I think
you did
last year. Oh, go ahead, Mel.
No, I'm just saying they just showed you that they can't beat them as is.
Well, Tatum's only 24. You don't think he's going to be better next year?
No, I'm just saying, yeah.
So then Boston's going to be better next year.
So is everybody else.
Ooh, that's not
the Warriors are getting older.
The Warriors are the younger teams in the league now.
No,
but
Wiseman did not play this
Joe
year.
Ingles got an injury, so that's a question mark.
Okay.
No, like,
You still got Poole. Poole is what, 23?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not their core yet, though.
you got Wiseman.
But that's what they're going. That's what they're building up. Wiggins ain't but 26.
No, we got to keep Grant though. We need him.
No, I agree with you that they have youth on their side. I still think they have that right balance though with the veteran leadership. Versus Boston is just a true young team.
Boston needs to do if Boston's not going to get a point guard, then then Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown better go do dribbling drills so they can be better for next season.
They got to protect the ball better. I agree with that, and
you can't do turnovers in the playoffs.
No, they can't. You know, they was giving that boy up too easily, and so I agree with you.
I agree with you, son.
They have to be better. You know, take better care of the basketball. But I'm just saying, as far as Marcus Smart, I don't know how you replace him or move him over that much because, like, I just don't believe it's the right situation. There's no true point guards really out there no more. Like,
yeah, I mean, if
that's true,
they out there. They already signed up. You know what I mean? So I just think you gotta keep Marcus Smart. If anything,
then Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have to do. Then you're asking Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to do more.
Why do we need a big? You talking about?
I was just about to say that. Yeah. Like last year, my thing was I was saying that all they needed was a player like Robert Williams. That's what I said. That's what's going to get y'all over the hump. Defensive big, but he was injured most of the playoffs, so you didn't really.
If he was healthy, I think we definitely could take it to 7 because he definitely helps our defense out, and not having him there was a big part of it. And like I said, like it's just my opinion. Smart could come back next year and be the point guard. But now that I'm thinking about it, he could be more sold on that role too when he comes back next year. Okay, this is my role to facilitate, open the offense up for GB and JT. Like, I don't need to take 22 shots. I need to rely on these guys to find their spots and get open. But what I'm saying is just from what I've seen from this year, it was a great performance. But I've been saying from the beginning of the year, even when we turned it around, even when we got in the playoffs, even when we made the finals, Boston needs to upgrade the position at point guard. And that's just what I feel as a fan. I just feel like we need a point guard that can facilitate the offense and be a scoring threat. Also, where Smart is, teams are going to leave him open. Like, they know he can knock down shots, but he's not that consistent in knocking down his shot. Like, we need a consistent scorer. And whether that's moving Smart, not moving Smart, putting somebody on the bench, not putting somebody, however they figure it out, we need more scoring because the ball can't just always find Tatum and Brown. It has to find other people. And it was finding Rob, Al, Pritchard, and those guys in some moments, but those guys wasn't being consistent enough to help the team out to win.
It's just like, you say that, but like, he shot 40% from the field. He averaged 6 assists and 15 points. Like, where do you find better than that without having to pay for it?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, G. And that's why I said now thinking about it, it could be a scorer on the bench. It doesn't matter.
It would have to be. You know what you'd have to find? You'd have to find a 6-man combo guard that could be instant offense. And one doesn't come to mind immediately, but somebody that Jordan you would need Clarkson to be like
work off the bench.
Who?
Jordan Clarkson.
Yes, it would. I was thinking of a guy that's if there's somewhere a guy like Lou Williams, which I guess Jordan Clarkson but still it's like, you think Jordan Clarkson would have made a difference off the bench? Like, would have been the difference between
if he was playing the way he played if he was being consistent and played the way he played on the Jazz when he got there and doing those good things, then yeah, I think he would have had some impact on the game. Definitely. I think he would have had a lot more impact in the game than White did in those moments when White was going 1 for 9 from the 3-point line.
I mean, didn't White also go like 5 for 6 or something like in one of the
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said the consistency is my thing. I just want a scorer that can be more consistent in helping JT and JB. So when we get to another finals, it's not just those two guys. Because when you get to a finals, you can lock in on key players. And I think that was another thing that Golden State did well with putting Wiggins on Tatum and then playing good defense. Well, Brown did his thing, 40, 43, 40, whatever, 47 points that he had. But they just knew if we disrupt Tatum, and Draymond said it, I think, after game 3, we can't let him score and pass the ball. We have to make him do one of them. And I think they did a very good job at doing that against Tatum. They made him a passer and not a scorer. So credit to Golden State for doing that. But I think the guys will come back stronger. I think they'll be back next year in the conversation. Do they make it again next year? I don't know. It depends on what the Bucks do, what the 76ers do, if the Heat are healthy. I mean, if the Nets are healthy, because I still think the Nets could be the favorite to come out the East next year if they're healthy, because you still got 2 juggernauts over there. And if they put more pieces around those guys that can stay consistently healthy too, the Nets are going to be in that conversation. So I don't know. I think Boston makes it back in the next 3 to 5 years. But at that point, you have to have the camaraderie build up with the experience to go with it and have the threats of other people than JT and JB. Maybe Rob Williams gets healthier. Maybe he stays healthy and he's more of a threat in the playoffs, and we don't have to worry about a big guy coming in and putting our reserve players in our starting lineup. So I think that affected us too. So it's a lot of things that go into it. I just want to see what moves are made in this offseason, see how Boston gets better, whether it's with a point guard, with Marcus Smart. But if Marcus Smart is the point guard, I think he needs to be more so than facilitating than taking 22 shots a game. And I'm just going to stand on that point. I don't like Marcus Smart taking 22 shots a game.
I know this is going to sound simple, but I'm going to just call it as simple as this. Golden State best player showed up and Boston best player didn't. Mm-hmm. That's simple. It's simple as that. Steph came to ball and Jason Tatum didn't. And it happens. I seen it in 07 with Tim Duncan and LeBron. LeBron was a baby. He didn't show up. Tim Duncan did. It happens.
That's true.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad. For the Boston fans that's out there that's upset, y'all crying, Listen, we'll be back. All right,
that's what I'm saying. I think it's too early to overreact anyway. Jason Tatum laid an egg in his first finals. It happens.
Yeah, I said it. I said Golden State experience was the key here, and it played out.
I don't even think it's truly Golden State experience. I just think Steph Curry was the best player on the court. No, that could be true too. But if Steph can be the best player on the court, like JB was our best player on the court, it has to translate into impact in the game. And that's why I'm saying that's what Golden State experience came in at. It's impact in the game, making the other team, Jason, unimpactful in the game, because that's what he was. Ultimately, with his 13 points, he was unimpactful in the game. And that's what you need to do to win in a finals, is take their best player and make him unimpactful. Didn't Jaylen Brown have a 40-point game?
Yeah, last night.
I mean, so hold on. I wouldn't agree that Jason Tatum didn't show up.
Just last night.
He averaged 21, 7, and 7.
Just last night.
That's not showing up.
Let's look at that.
It's cool.
Wait, what did he average in the regular season? Because you know how you guys like to the stats must go up.
28,
but also did you see the way Wiggins was guarding him?
No, 100% credit to
GK.
GK, what does that mean?
Don't care.
That's.
Did you see the way Marcus Smart was guarding Steph Curry?
He was 26, 8, and 4.
It just don't matter. You
got
26,
GK, he played bad, 8, and 4. Just like that. It is what it is. Play bad.
Nah, I'm with GK on that one.
I don't know. I feel like he played the way he usually played, but Wiggins just was better than the field.
Yeah, hold on. No, so in the regular season, he averaged 26.9, 8 rebounds, 4.4 assists. In this playoffs, he averaged 25.6 points.
Talking about the playoffs.
6.7 rebounds and then 6.2 assists. I'm just talking about collectively. I'm talking about playoffs collectively.
I told you in the finals it was 21, 7, and 7.
Come on, the finals.
I know 21, 7, and 7.
You dropped 5 points in the finals.
Yeah.
You dropped 5 points.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And you can't do that.
No.
And in the last game,
it's a no, Troy.
No, it is. It is. I agree. It is.
Who averaged more points in the series? Jaylen Brown, right?
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, yes.
That's the reality of this situation. As good as they is,
I don't want to use excuses.
Jaylen Brown cannot be the best player on the court. It has to be Jason Tatum. They're a special team with Jason Tatum, the best player on the court. Jaylen Brown is true number 2.
But BooWop, I think that if Wiggins guarded Brown, then Tatum would have been the one leading the team in the points.
They're not gonna do that. Why would they put their best defender?
No, I know. I know. So what I'm saying is, I think we just need to give more credit to Wiggins for being a lockdown defender. For like, I think if it was any player similar to like, I don't know, maybe not any player, but
you got to think about it a little.
I mean, you gotta be real. Like what they did, Golden State is a great defensive team, so they guarded him with 1-on-1. And that's a problem right there.
Nah, they send a lot of help defense.
Yeah, I know, but for the most part, they let Wiggins have him 1-on-1. Like
with the backside cover.
Yeah, if he gets to the paint, yeah. But he still, at the end of the day, wasn't making shots like he was.
Tatum needs to be more aggressive too.
He was getting to the paint and wasn't finishing though.
I need Tatum. But I'm telling you, his finishing, it could have been, and I'm not saying this is 100%, but his finishing could have been on that shoulder, bro. I'm telling you that. It could have been on the shoulder.
He could have.
We need.
But Mel just said in the regular season he was doing the same thing.
Yeah, he was doing it all season though.
Yeah, but then in his playoffs he was cooking. Like you didn't see the run past KD, spin around, layup. He could have missed that.
No,
That's a clutch moment. He could have missed that. There was plenty of times where in the Bucks series where we needed a basket, he got to the paint when we couldn't really get to the paint in that Bucks series, and he got a basket.
But Troy, if you want to be real, he only outplayed. Like he was only the best player in one series to me, bro.
That's fine. I could agree that. That's fine. But we were the best team in series. That was always the best team. Like I feel right.
Except
for the Golden State one. But that's what I'm saying. If I could overcome you being the best player, and that's what I told BooWop when it came to he's saying Giannis in 6, 30 and 10. All right, Giannis can have 30 and 10, but when the others step up, which others did in Boston, what's going to happen then? The Bucks others didn't step up. We went to Game 7. Boston showed down. So it's fine that Giannis is the best player in that series, but Boston were the better team. And I could take that. I could live with us being the better team and not having a better player. Like Steph was the best player on the court, and I would say they had a better team. They had a more experienced team. I don't know if it was better, but they had a more experienced team.
He was cooking in the fourth quarter. Does it feel like the avatar?
But you said you don't want Boston to have outside of you want them to have a third scorer outside of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Who was Steph consistent?
No, I didn't say third scorer. I said facilitator that could score 12 to 15 points. I want more of a point guard that can get guys to their spot, run the offense, get into sets, bring the ball up, run the fast breaks. That's what I'm talking about. I want that more than I want a guy that's going to put 20 points on the board because Marcus Smart can do that. And that was my whole argument. We can move Marcus Smart back, put a point guard there that's only going to give us 12 to 15 and let the other guys get in their positions and get their shots off. I'm not saying go get a scoring point guard like DeJounte Murray or D.
So, but I have a question though.
No, I know that would be good.
Like, well, I guess you're saying not to replace him, right?
Yeah, I don't want to replace Smart. I want Smart on the team. He's a big, like Theo was saying, he's a big important piece to it. But I don't think if you move that piece one spot over, it changes. Maybe the assists change, how many times he sets the offense. But even when our second team, but
you're also changing the schematics of your defense if you're forcing Tatum to play up and Brown to play up.
Could be. I'll take Ricky Rubio.
That's okay though. I'm with Troy. If you can find somebody,
I'll take Ricky.
I think defensively they don't take a slight hit. But as long as you got Marcus Smart in the lineup, I think you're gonna be okay perimeter wise. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna guard your best perimeter player. I think you will still be okay. You can't. I just don't think it's easy to find a true point guard because they've been on this search for years now. It's just hard to find.
Kyrie didn't work out. Kemba didn't work out. Maybe Marcus Smart is the answer. I just don't want him taking 20. If you can get in Smart and tell him, look, all right, this is what we need from you. We need you to facilitate, get into the offensive sets, run the fast breaks, move the ball, make sure everybody's in the positions that they need to be in to get their shots, then I'm fine with that because he did it this year. But I think next year he just need to take it a step further. Right, and then we need to put more shooting on the team because if we keep Smart, then we definitely to make Smart stop taking 22 shots or 18 shots a game. We need to put more shooting on the team.
When does he shot that many shots a game?
18 in game 5, 22 in another game. He's been flying. He let those things fly.
That's 2 times though. Like he averaged.
No, it's been all play. No, it's been that's 2 times that I can name off the top of my head. He's been letting that thing fly. He's been letting that thing fly like it's nothing.
He's been hitting too.
Sometimes, I was just about to say that. Sometimes he's been hitting. But
give me the percentages, bro. Give me the percentages.
I think Marcus Smart like 40%.
40% is like from 3.
I'm about to check.
Nah, 47 for 3 is elite.
Nah, that is.
Yeah, I
elite.
would say
So
like
that's why I'm saying he ain't scored 40. I said I think 40.
I'll have to see from next year how they would do.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not ready to write off Marcus Smart. I'm not ready to write him off yet as the point guard for their team. Basically.
Maybe I'm jumping the gun, guys. Maybe I'm. But I've been on this. I've been on it all year. I've been on it all year. When we was doing bad, doing good, I was always like Marcus Smart moving back to the old role that he was in because I think he fits that defensive anchor, like Draymond, like Patrick Beverly. He fits that role perfect.
And they need a stabilizer because they need somebody who's going to be on the court to stabilize the team at times.
He shot 35% from the three.
And he's not the guy to do that.
That's tough.
39% for the finals. Look, he went 1 for 2, good. 3 for 6, good. 3 for 9, 3 for 7, pretty good. 0 for 3, bad, obviously. 4 for 7, really good. Miami series wasn't that good. 3 for 10, 1 for 9, 1 for 3, 1 for 4, 5 for 12.
Tell you in the whole playoffs, he took 6.2 threes, and he made 2 of them. 6.5, and he made 2. So I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad 3-point shooter, but what is league average? What is the league average 3-point shooting? Where's Mars at? Like if Mars was here, he could tell.
It's like 33 something.
Like so,
right.
Yeah,
so in the postseason, Smart shot 35% from 3.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, he said it.
I just said that. He took 6.5 and made 2.3.
So he's slightly above average.
Let me see league average from 3.
Yeah, did somebody look up league average? I would like to know what the league average is.
Yeah, league average from 3.
I mean,
this is crazy. Hold on.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like
he averaged 13 shot attempts in the finals, 15 in the conference finals, 11 before that. So like he's averaging between 10 and 15 shots, right? And then in the regular season, only 9 shots.
That's where he needs to be.
So right? the league average is 35. The league average is 35.
He was right at the league average.
That's a crazy average, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's not a bad shooter. For me personally, I just think that we can find somebody that can fit that role and just let him be a defensive anchor.
It's not so much the scoring part for him; it's the leadership part.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
When he can't be the hothead and the point guard.
But he's not a hothead, though.
Did you watch the series?
I don't think he was a hothead.
He bitched about he let Clay get an open shot because he wanted to flop around on the floor too much. Then he starts arguing back and forth with the refs. He can't.
Draymond Green. That's all I'm saying. He's a Draymond Green that can shoot.
But you got that already. What's the other dude?
Rob Grant Williams.
Yeah, you got that guy.
I think Smart is a little bit more consistent than Grant.
No, he's more consistent, but I'm just saying you don't need 2 guys like that on your team.
I mean,
it worked this year, though. I'm not going to say that it worked. Without Grant there, I don't think we make it as far as we did because he stepped up big in big games too.
Because I feel like it's hard for me to kind of like because you made it to the finals, man. Your star player was hurt. Your defensive anchor was hurt. Like y'all played against a veteran dynasty team, bro, that can get hot at any moment. So it's hard for me to kind of try to fix y'all problems when y'all
don't have
like first world problems, bro. Like
I just want to see
just run it back and try to beat them again.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if Golden State gets there next year, so we can't say try to beat them again. It might be somebody else there. We don't know. It's all I'm saying.
But either way, I'm saying like just
we can't even say Boston gets there next year because
if Middleton plays, y'all beat
I think we still beat them in 7.
Fact, man.
Yeah, I think we still beat them in 7.
I think the Bucks take that, bro.
Do you think if Middleton plays, y'all still win?
Yeah, I think we still beat them in 7.
No, I think Bucks take that, bro.
I think we still beat them in 7. You want to know why? I think the role players still play the same way.
Yeah, went
and
to
the role players.
You went to 7 with the Bucks without Middleton though.
Right, with the best player 30 and 10. Say it for me one time, BooWop. 30 and 10. Like best player in the world on the court. All right. A lot of tough series when you don't have anybody to stop that guy. I don't think we would have lost. I think it still goes game 7. And I still think we pull it out.
I mean,
you are a confident Boston fan. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
10 toes down.
I'm a non-biased, confident Boston fan, but I'm just saying, I think the way we played defense, we would have definitely locked down in game 7, like we did, and we would have beat them. Because you guys, with the one key you're missing, you could add Middleton, it gives them more points, but the role players didn't step up. Bobby Portis, Grayson Allen, those guys didn't really do nothing when in key moments when it mattered. Giannis didn't have no help.
Yeah, but Steph had that kind of key help, is what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't
definitely
in the number 2, but his others played better.
Yeah, definitely.
If Giannis' others played better, they would have beat Boston. And I bet you if Middleton was there, they would have beat Boston.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, y'all can believe. Listen, we could be on 2 different ends of the spectrum. I don't believe that. I think Boston still finishes them in 7.
Okay.
But if the Bucks beat us, then it would be great, because then Bucks lose to the Golden State Warriors, and I don't got to deal with running them out. you know that's all it is. All right, let's get on to some open discussion. I have 2 things I want to talk about open discussion. First one I want to go with is the 76ers. Did you guys hear what they said about James Harden?
What they said?
They said they're thinking of offering a short-term deal.
That's the only way I would sign his ass. I'm not giving him
How short?
They didn't say how short, but they said they're not looking for anything long term. They're looking at short term for Jay.
I give him a 3-year with 2 years with a 3rd-year option.
I'll give him a 1 year. You can opt out right now.
He's not worth it. He's not worth it.
That's smart. I mean, he's been hurt.
I don't think that. I'm not going to say
that. He's still a top tier
player. He is.
He is. But
he's like what was it? 22, 8, and 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he had 22, 10, and
this 22, 8, and something.
No, this year James Harden was like 22, 10 or something.
Yeah, I think
you got it. Oh, I got to do it. I got it.
It was 20. It was 21, 10, and 7.
There you go.
I've said it before. It wasn't that long ago when I think the month of December or something like that, and he had a couple triple doubles that month, and one of them was like 30, 15, and something like crazy. So I think he still got some stuff left in him, and I just want to see.
Yeah,
like if I'm them, I'm like, just prove it next year. Just go out next year and prove that you're still.
I think he's gonna be better because.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think he's like.
I think that hamstring injury kind of declined his game a little bit.
Yeah, like let's give him a chance to see if he'll take getting in shape more seriously, and then like Troy always says, like building the camaraderie with them because he joined mid-season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody just needs to give him that opportunity and give him a chance to prove it.
I'm not writing James off. James can still ball. I just think that James understands that he can't be a number 1 option anymore. That he has to be a number 2, number 3 option now.
I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's where people are getting confused, G. I think because they're so used to James Harden being this guy up here, it's like now that he wants to be the guy behind the guy, it's like, oh, he's washed. No, he just understands that. Like somebody said something, and I forget who it was. I think it was a basketball player that was on the show. He was like, he said, if you look at James Harden and the way James Harden plays, right, all his game is twitching, fast movement, twitches. That's how he sets you up. He said he's older now where his twitches ain't that fast. So they ain't gonna work. That's why he's like, he's just gonna slide to the back so he doesn't have to be a focal point where people are expecting him to go out here and get these triple doubles every game because he's fast twitching between his legs and he could pull up and do everything that he was doing in Houston. I don't think that's the James Harden we can see. I think he's still capable of giving that to us a night here, a night there, but I don't think it's needed for him if Philly gets that roster to a place where the pieces around him benefit him and Joel. I think they need to move. He's
got to get his head right too.
No, that's fine, but he should because he wanted to be in Philly, so he's where he wanted.
No, I know.
So it shouldn't be no more mental or none of that. Like,
well, no, I'm just saying.
If you're talking about the clubs, I ain't going there.
If you look at how his demeanor on the court in the last series versus like when he was prime Harden, just like his body language when he's pulling up and he's firing the ball, like it's a difference of looking at a guy saying like, I know this shit is going in the hoop versus like, I don't know if this is going in. I'm just going through the motions. Like,
no,
you could see it. Mm-hmm. Like, I just want to give him a chance to do all the things like I said before and see if he can get that confidence and get his swag. And then I think we could see like we're gonna see like really good basketball out of him again. I believe we will.
Yeah,
I
James,
just don't like him in Philly, bro.
I just think compared to Philly, he was just in a different role, honestly.
What compared to what?
Philly and Houston. That's why we seen.
No, definitely he was in a different role, Houston and the Nets, and I think that's the role where he wants to be now. That's what I'm saying. I think that role that he went to the Nets and accepted, I think that's where James wants to be now. He wants to be a second option, third option dude that can still do what he does, but doesn't have to be a bulk of your offense.
And if you remember when Kyrie and Durant were both out, I believe they were both out, and the Nets were still able to thrive with Harden handling the ball and being the main guy.
Because he reverted back to Houston Harden. He went back to Houston
and I think he can still give you that, but he needs to get in shape. He needs to hit the gym because I think Philly could win a title in the next 5 years with those two. But it's not going to be the window. That window is going to shrink every year.
They have to do something about the bias contract.
It's going to shrink because Joel is still young. You got Maxey who's still young. So once those guys get camaraderie, get some experience under their belt, if they make it to a finals and lose, that will help. Or even if they make it in. They can make it.
They need to get rid of that Tobias Harris contract.
They definitely need to get rid of Tobias Harris.
He's one of the top paid players in the league, and he's not a top player in the league.
No, he's not. And Philly, but that's Philly's mistake. That's on Philly.
Yeah.
It ain't on nobody but Philly. Philly is crazy when it comes to giving people contracts that don't deserve them.
Did he get that contract the same year Jimmy left?
That's what I was just about to say. That they chose Tobias over Jimmy.
No, I think Jimmy was going.
No, Jimmy wanted out.
Jimmy
he wanted out because
he wasn't playing anymore.
Yeah, so you got to get that money to somebody. I think
Jimmy was out because of Jimmy was out because of ownership in the front office. He was done. He was not going back to Philly.
Because he knew Ben Simmons was ass.
No, it wasn't Ben Simmons. It was front office.
It was Ben Simmons too, though, Troy.
No, I agree with that. He probably looked at Ben and he was like, "This guy is a."
It was not Ben Simmons. Nobody was talking about. No, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Nobody was talking about anything about Ben Simmons when Jimmy Butler was on that team. Nobody was saying anything about he can't shoot. He can't do this. He was not asked to do it. No, I didn't hear not one thing come out of anywhere about Ben Simmons when Jimmy Butler was there.
Not to the Atlanta series, bro. It's just one series. Once the Atlanta series happened, everybody was talking about Ben Simmons.
Would you rather have Ben Simmons than Marcus Smart?
No, I'll take Marcus Smart over Ben Simmons.
Y'all talking about two different things, though. Jimmy Butler did not want to play with Ben Simmons. Like
he didn't want to.
I'm not going there. Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't hear no
reports
of that.
About it?
I didn't hear no reports of that. I heard what Jimmy said in his interview with about why he left the 76ers. I didn't hear him mention Ben.
He said Ben Simmons?
I didn't hear him mention Ben. He said front office and the problems that they had some conversations.
He said it on the JJ Redick podcast.
Jimmy's a dog. He plays it hard. He wants to play with other guys that love the game. Ben Simmons does not love the game.
He literally said, Brett Brown, him and Brett Brown got into it because Brett Brown wanted to cater to Ben Simmons.
He said Ben Simmons?
Yes, Ben Simmons got a problem.
Bradley, thank you for the sub.
Ben Simmons had a problem with Jimmy running point like down the stretch. He was the closer down the stretch. Ben Simmons wanted to have the ball in his hands. So that became a problem. Like, they didn't want to do what was working. They wanted to cater to Ben Simmons, and that shit wasn't working.
So when he first came out and talked about it, I saw that interview. He did not mention Ben Simmons enough. He said front office.
Yeah,
and he told what happened with front office, and he did not. And that I didn't watch the JJ Redick one. I'm gonna go watch it, but I didn't watch the JJ Redick one, so I didn't hear nothing about Ben Simmons. But I know what he said in the interview before that, and he was just like it was front office problems, and he broke down the problems. I didn't hear Ben Simmons. So I mean, it could be. I don't know, but I didn't hear nothing coming out of Philly. I'm standing by it. I didn't hear anything coming out of Philly or any other city or town or state about Ben Simmons when Jimmy Butler was there. And it could come out after, but it was no talk about, oh, Ben can't shoot. Ben can't do this. Ben can't do this. Ben's a liability. There was none of that talk coming out of Philly. It was none of that talk coming out.
Reason why Jimmy Butler left the Timberwolves.
Oh, 100%, because they weren't. He didn't feel like they were tough. I could agree there, but he came out and said that. I didn't hear him say Ben Simmons. I can't speak to him saying Ben Simmons. I have to take your word for it, which I don't think you're lying, but he came out and said it. Like, these guys are punks here. Like, they ain't got no heart.
They didn't. And Philly, in a sense, with that core that they had, didn't have heart. Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, they don't have heart. Them guys are
At the time, you could say Joel Embiid too, man, because at the time he was doing some wild stuff, bro.
You could definitely say Joel Embiid at that time.
Eating a chicken sandwich right before the game. Like,
But I think
I got your cramp.
respected him
Yeah, you
more.
can't be eating a chicken sandwich before the game.
I got your cramp.
Respected him more though.
Yo, seeing him eat a fried chicken sandwich before a game while he getting massaged on the side of the court was crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't hate nobody I don't know. I just talk about the shit that's real, man. Y'all gotta stop with the Ben Simmons hate. We're critiquing his game.
Yeah, but ain't no hate on this show. If it was hate, Golly said he subscribed. Why you didn't read it out, GK? You can't see it?
I said it. Did I not say it?
You said Golly subscribed, but Golly said Celtics winning it next
Oh,
year.
my bad. Yeah.
Okay.
My bad, Golly.
You gotta read what they said.
My bad.
So what do you guys think about the Mavs getting Woods?
I just want to know why.
Let me pull up the full trade.
Why did we trade him? I don't. I hope we.
So it was the
Stupid
Dallas,
for the Rockets. Stupid for the
Dallas
Rockets.
Mavericks.
Stupid for the Rockets.
Dallas
Stupid for the Rockets.
It wasn't stupid for us because he kind of didn't even fit like that for us.
Dallas Mavericks acquire center power forward 6'11" Christian Woods from Houston in exchange for the 26th pick of this draft and 4 players, which are
Boban,
the big man, Chris Burke and Sterling Brown. So Dallas, the thing I'm seeing, right? The thing I'm seeing here is Dallas created space to sign other players and make their roster better. That's the most important thing I see with this trade. They gave up 4 players for 1 player, so now you have roster room to go out and sign some more guys that can help your team.
Yeah, and
great trade for Dallas.
It's a good trade for Dallas, but like for us, for Rockets, it's like maybe it's going.
Well, y'all in tank mode for the next 5 years, bro.
Yeah, I won't say tank mode.
No, y'all in tank mode.
So Christian Woods, is he like a 3D kind of guy, or he's just like?
I think he's just an offensive type of guy.
He's a big, but he's a scorer.
Yeah, he's a scorer. He can score the ball.
He's a very talented scorer.
He's had.
I think he's 6'11".
He had like a 40-point game, like London.
Bro, he's nice.
He's all right.
So like that's a great trade. From what I've seen from him, he's a great trade.
Nah, he's a good scorer, but on the defensive side, he's
6'11". Can he rebound?
Yeah, so he came into his own these last 4 years on the New Orleans. He averaged 16.9 points, 17 points. Detroit 13.1. On Houston, his first year 21 points, and then last year 18 points. Well, this year 18 points. So Christian Woods, he could definitely score. His percentages are field goal 50%, 3-pointer 40% this year.
I mean, he averaged 10 boards this year.
10 rebounds.
9.6 last year.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good for Dallas. For us, we're just banking on the young players.
How many games he played, Trent? How many games he played?
He played 68
Christian Woods
this year.
Oh, I thought he was hurt this year.
He played 68 games.
2020, that's when he got he played like 41. But
he played 41, and then
on the young stars, you got Jalen Green, who's going.
Might be in New Orleans. He only played 8 games.
I feel like Jalen Green's gonna be really good. Josh Christopher. I forgot. I don't know how to say the center name.
Sequin?
Yeah, Sequin. Yeah, I'm high on him too.
I like him though. I like his game.
I just feel like Houston's in rebuild mode.
That's really about it. They just getting all the young people.
Y'all got to decide if y'all want to give Kevin. That's his name, right?
I like
Kevin
him.
Porter.
It's just like
Got to see if you want to give him that rookie extension.
I don't know. Probably not. He's probably because all the stuff that he like.
I wonder what's gonna happen with Kyle Sexton too. Who gonna grab him? That'd be a nice piece for some people.
He should stay.
Yeah, I think the Cavs will move away from him though.
He probably could
I think he better than Garland.
But Garland has so much success this year.
Yeah, bro. I think they rather have Garland.
They gotta make a choice, man.
Yeah.
If they can trade him or get somebody for him, that'd be great for their squad.
Because Cleveland ain't bad, and Cleveland make the right couple of moves in the next couple of years. They could be in the contention to be a contender.
They need a shooter, bro.
Yeah, they could definitely be in the contention of being a contender. So I think those guys play with a lot of heart, and they at the end of the season, that's one team that is gonna ruin a lot of people's chances to get into the play-in or the position that's seeding in the playoffs.
You said Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland. Cleveland's gonna be a really good young team that's gonna just mess with a lot of people. When it comes time to get into seedings at the end of the season and stuff. But let's get on. I gotta guess that player for you guys early. Let's hope it's all right though. You guys know how this works, right, Theo? And
I don't remember this though.
I'm gonna give you 5 hints, and you just tell me you guess the player. It's all basketball.
Okay.
I just want to get one, hopefully.
This ain't too hard. This one ain't too hard.
No, Trent usually fast as hell with it though.
Yeah, Trent is lightning speed, so you only get one guess. So guess correctly, but don't give Trent too much time. All right. Let's hope I did it right because I did it last night. All right. First one. Your first hint is he was drafted in 1998.
I'm gonna assume this is a basketball one.
Yeah, basketball. The second hint is he's a shooting guard, point guard, small forward, just in that order. All right.
Yo, every time you just guess that play, I see multiple positions. I be getting so low.
Because you guys got mad at me because I was just putting shooting guard, so I'm gonna give you every position that's next to his name. Nobody got a guess?
Nah.
You only get one guess?
One guess.
All right.
2004, 2005, still champ.
I don't know.
Nothing?
Bro.
Played for 8 teams? Yeah, it ain't much to go for over here.
In 98?
Last hint. He played with Braun. No, simply.
Larry Hughes?
I was just about to say that.
Damn. You guys letting Trent start off good.
I was just about to say that.
The steel champ threw me off because I didn't.
I was just about to say that, man. Damn.
All right, your next one. Drafted 1998. He's a shooting guard, point guard. Ooh, that could have been a hint. He's a 98, 99 all rookie. He played for 4 teams. Last hint. Play with Hakeem.
98.
Mm-hmm. Nothing down there from you, BooWop? Can't take too long thinking.
Is it Skip to my Lou?
No.
Hell no. That cannot be. No way.
GK is wrong.
Sam Cassell.
It's wrong. So Mel and GK is out. Trent, Theo, and
8.
98, playing with a king.
I'm so lost, bro. Honestly.
You give up? You guys can give up.
I ain't giving up, bro.
No, not Jay Will. He said, no, I'm not giving up.
No, SGPG. Like, come on, guys.
Is it,
Oh, I'm a
T-Mac?
He said, who?
T-Mac?
No.
I know who it is.
Trent and BooWop.
I know who it is.
Yeah, you got it.
all rookie. King.
All right. BooWop, it's on you.
Before you put, I want to ask you what team he played with Akeem with. Before you,
BooWop, you gave up?
Yeah, go ahead.
He played on the Rockets.
Oh shit! I thought he played with the Raptors. Damn.
I'm a dodo bird.
Is it Coutinho? Bro. Oh my
Tino Mobley.
Tino Mobley. Yep.
Next one.
Wait, was he drafted by the Rockets or the Clippers?
I don't know who he was drafted for.
I only remember him with the Clippers. That's why I would have never guessed Mobley.
I think he might have been drafted by the Rockets. I told you I'm not giving y'all the team no more. I'm gonna limit y'all as much as I can with that draft hint. Y'all be guessing at the first damn guess. All right, drafted 05. He's a power forward, center, small forward. Two-time All-Star.
Troy Trump won the day.
2013 might be 2012, 2013 All NBA.
Troy trying to win the day, bro.
He's a one-time champ. I'll give you one more hint. It's in the Western Conference.
Nice.
Wait.
I feel like he won a championship out when he didn't even play.
Dwight Howard?
He said Western Conference.
Oh, he said
Small forward, Trent.
He said
I
it.
ain't gonna lie. I keep thinking there's one position. That's why I ain't even look at the power forward. I ain't gonna lie. I did it. Fuck it. I was tweaking on that one anyways.
Give us one more hint.
He's in the.
I just gave you 6 hints.
One more.
I don't got no more.
One more.
You said he's a
Where'd he go to college? Something like that. Oh.
one-time champ.
Let me know if you give up.
2012 All-NBA.
Shannon Fry.
Drafted in 05.
Yeah, I like the way I do these now.
So that means 7 years later he was an All-NBA.
Like I said, bro, Troy trying to win today.
Who can play the 3, 4, 5? Or who is a 4 that sometimes plays the 3 or the 5?
Brian Glenn. No.
You said Brian who? Did I give up?
Sean Marion.
That's incorrect.
That's a pretty good guess.
That was a good guess, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's an excellent
I
guess.
just know he wouldn't have made an all NBA team. And he was drafted in 05.
Did somebody say Shannon Fry?
The chat said it, but it was incorrect.
Channing Frye was never All-NBA.
He was all LeBron. I'm hearing some giving up. So I'm about to put y'all on the timer.
Oh,
I'm trying to. He's a 4.
Mel, you guessed already.
The power forward center, small forward is throwing me, bro.
Like I'm trying to think of who's a 4, but that could also play the.
These guys asked for this, okay? I used to just put their primary position, and they used to just go. Oh,
So I'm assuming power forward is the primary position.
Yes, the first position is always the primary position. Simp.
It can't be like.
I gotta let it sit on. I got it.
That's tough. Let me see. Is it like 2-time All-Star?
Yeah, 2-time All-Stars don't because like.
Bruh. We might need a time limit.
Because I was thinking like Carmelo,
right
but
now.
he's probably All-Star way more than twice.
I'm about to end it right now.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Boris Diaw.
Nope, it was. Sip had it right in the chat.
Oh.
Who is it?
David Lee.
I didn't think you would do David Lee again.
There's no way David Lee got minutes at the 3. There's no way. Show me his minutes at the 3.
Yeah, I guessed him. When you said
With the Knicks, he played small forward with the Knicks.
Who was in the lineup at the 4 and 5 when he was at the 3?
Listen, whatever Basketball Reference say they played the position, that's what I put on.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying.
Drafted in 2007.
Who was playing the 4 and 5 while David Lee was playing the 3?
I don't know. Maybe he played one game at the 3, and Basketball Reference was like that.
It would have been what? Tyson, Chandler, and who? Amari or no?
I think it was Amari.
Yeah, probably Amari. Yeah.
So there's no way they
probably
played
came in on the
Lee,
second rotation
Amari,
when he
and Tyson
needed Amari, and I was about to come out.
No possible way.
How am I being nasty? I'm being nasty. All right.
207.
He's a shooting guard, small forward. Nickname spell check.
Oh my God.
What type of nickname?
One of the third nicknames on Basketball Reference, probably.
No, that's the first and only nickname. I saw it there, and I'm like, wait, is that his nickname?
Well,
let me research it real quick. That's his nickname. I'm like, okay. He played for 6 teams.
Played? So that means he's retired. Right? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Last played for the Magic. Yep. Trent got it again.
Damn it.
Yeah, Trent's good at these, so y'all gotta be
Why would it be spell check?
Nah.
I forgot the reason they gave that. It is a reason behind it. Next one, drafted in 2008.
Maybe because of the way he spells his name or something.
Kylie and Simp got it right. Power forward center. It's a lot of these today. 2011, 2012 most improved player. The bottom of awards. Played for 6 different teams. Your last hit. He played with AD.
DeMarcus Cousins.
That's incorrect.
No. I'm just throwing shit out.
That was an easy one if I put that there. I got 1 minute.
Most improved.
Yeah, I got it.
Trent said, y'all got it. He done. BooWop?
I got it.
GK, Theo?
I got it.
I got it.
What's my man name? David West?
David West is incorrect.
That's a really good guess.
That was a good guess, though.
Play with
BooWop and GK. You got about 30 seconds.
Oh, no, fuck it. Ryan Anderson.
Hey, that's correct.
Is it Ryan Anderson?
Was it Ryan Anderson?
He run well, MIP.
Wow.
That's tough.
What?
Chat is on the roll today. I don't
We
want you
just
guys
picked the
looking
whole
at chat
front
either.
court. That's all.
I don't want you guys
Let
looking
me
at
look at
chat.
chat, niggas. Y'all doing y'all.
Y'all hating on Ryan Anderson. Anderson was a 3-point champion one year, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Most threes in the league.
Next one, drafted in 2008. He's a center, power forward. His first name is not names. His first name is James. I did that for a reason, and I guess you guys will see.
His first names is James.
His first names is James. All right, he played for 5 teams, and he played with LeBron and Jokic.
James Jones? No.
No.
He don't play center.
See, he's 6'10". He tall enough. His position is basketball.
Jeff Green?
James Jones was like
Incorrect. Jeff Green is a good pick though, because
Jeff Green's not a center either. Come on.
And he did play with power forward though. He could have down
If David Lee plays small forward, he plays center.
The first one's primary. Their primary position is a center.
Hey man.
Hey Simp, you gotta get yourself one of these, all right? You gotta get yourself one of those.
Who played with Braun and Jokic?
Get yourself one of those, Simp.
Who's a big that played with Braun and Jokic? Oh, is it no, can't be if his first name's James. What the hell?
James?
Evidently they don't call him James, bro.
They don't call him James. James is not in his name. But his first name is James.
Mama called him James.
Mama named him James. I'm gonna call him James.
No, what?
Is it
What's that one dude that used to play? I can't think.
It's the Jokic part. I just don't know who played with LeBron and Jokic.
What's that dude name?
Bro, what? Nah, Troy really trying to win the day, boy. I can't think of shit.
I only got 2 right. I got the same amount right, same amount as you.
I don't know. This one losing.
Oh shit! I hit my damn button.
I remember that guy too.
My pinky hit my keyboard and it
JJ Hickson?
You went
I remember
deep on
that
the
guy.
bench with that one.
Yeah, JJ Hickson.
I remember that guy. Yeah,
his
I
first
like
name is James.
JJ. JJ was cool.
His name is James, but his name is JJ Hickson. So, all right, next one. I'm gonna move my keyboard so I don't hit my keyboard again.
I gotta get one, bro. I gotta get one.
All right, first one. He drafted in 2011. Oh, this one gonna be fun. By the last hint, somebody gonna get it. Troy clicked it. I did. I hit the damn button. The minute was up anyway. They were taking too long. All right. He's a point guard, shooting guard. Yes, Big Taz said I forgot JJ Hickson played basketball. He was the 2011-2012 All-Rookie team. Played for 6 teams. And this last hint gonna give it away.
Oh, Brandon Knight.
Thank you, Trent. Thank you, Trent. That's exactly what DeAndre Jordan did. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. I tried to find one with him on the ground, but I couldn't. They didn't take that picture. All right, shout out, Brandon.
Yeah, he had a terrible year that year as far as highlights.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. All right, next one. He was drafted in 2007.
2007.
He's a point guard, shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
Been to the playoffs twice.
Damn.
Played for 8 teams. He wore the number 7. I ain't give you nothing on this one. Let me find you a hint. I'll find you guys another hint. I'll be nice.
2007.
He wore number 7.
Yes, the most out of all the jersey numbers he wore, number 7 was the most he wore on teams. All right. So his last year he played on the Washington Wizards, and that was in 17-18. He got traded from the Knicks to the Wizards.
What?
2007.
Give you another hint. He played 11 years.
Is it Chris Duhon?
No. Get out of here. I don't even know that guy. He's just making up stuff, GK. Anybody else?
Hold up. Fuck.
Bro, what, bro?
You got to go to therapy.
Number 7.
He also wore the number 3, 13, 9, 1, and 9. Well, I said 9. So, yeah. 3, 13, 9, and 1.
You play point guard, shooting guard for the Knicks?
No, it is not Mike Conley, guys.
You said 3-13.
From the Knicks to the Wizards.
What?
He averaged 10.3 points on his career, 2.7 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. He was drafted in the 2nd round. I'm helping y'all out and shit.
No,
it's still really hard.
Godly therapy. I got about 20 seconds. I just start shouting out names.
You got it, bro.
Where'd he go to college? Give us one more. Where'd he go to
Give me
college?
no more hints, bro.
We don't have the answer. You might as well give us one more.
Listen, the game is 5 hints. I gave you 7. You're pushing it, GK.
All right, I'll take the L, but I still want to guess. Where'd he go to college?
Did he play on the Knicks?
He played 13 games on the Knicks. He started.
13 games. I was thinking he played at least a season.
I don't know.
You said his last team was Orlando? Who was the last team?
Yeah, he got traded in 17-18. He got traded from the Knicks to the Wizards.
The Wizards.
That year, he played 28 games.
On the Wizards or total?
Put it together.
These some terrible ass hits.
Yeah, I know. Because if I go back 2 weeks ago, Trent was this guy on the first hint, on the first hint. So I'm not doing it no more. I'm giving y'all bullshit, and it's over.
Damn, you guys are right. Bum ass trash.
Hey, I said GK said give me another hint. I gave you 8 hints. I said therapy sessions.
Yeah, we would have sat here all day with that one.
The godly said therapy. Yeah, sessions. Like, you guys are crazy.
A bum.
All right, this one should be fun. Drafted in 2007. He's a center, point guard. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Played for 3 different teams. Played with Tim Duncan. He's a one-time NBA champ.
Tiago Splitter.
Tiago Splitter is correct.
I couldn't get his name out. The dude.
That's an excellent guess.
Sim said that's a horrible hint. I know. It's the point. All right, last one. 2014. Shooting guard, small forward. Like I said, Marcus. So been to the playoff 3 times. Played for 6 different teams. And I believe he also played with LeBron and Giannis.
You believe?
Yes.
Oh, you know.
We believe.
LeBron and Giannis.
LeBron and Giannis.
I like that play with him. I'm gonna start doing that hint more often. I'm not giving y'all no hints on this one. This is the last one. Y'all
So
know.
that means he would have been on Cleveland, I guess, and Milwaukee.
Yo, ain't it Giannis' brother?
That is incorrect. It is not an Antetokounmpo. Nickname stuck. Young 50. Curtis Jackson Jr.
Wait. Now I'm thinking because I remember an NBA player, and I always used to say, "Bro, that is 50 Cent. He looks just like."
It's not Jabari Parker. But this guy's nickname is stuck. Yes. Who said that? Theo?
Chancey. What is it? It's Rodney Stuckey, right?
Theo said it. Rodney Hood.
Rodney Hood.
No, Rodney Stuckey. It's Rodney Stuckey. I put hood on the screen, but it's Stuckey on my paper. Sorry.
Wait, so it's Rodney
And
Stuckey?
I got the paper. I got his picture because I looked at this and not my paper. It's Stuckey. It's supposed to be Stuckey. That's my fault. But I can't believe this guy's name is Curtis Jackson Jr.
Whatever. I got to answer right. Let's go.
Yeah, that's my fault. I knew I messed something up in here. That's all. I knew I messed something up. But let's get on. We got Theo, and I know Melvin knows football. Theo, you talk football?
A little bit.
All right. So you're gonna be good for this next one. If you guys are new in the chat, you know we try to move away from that PvP stuff. We're gonna do some of those here and there, but we want to do teams versus teams, and we got a football one today. BooWop, remember the teams we doing?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It was the 2000 Rams and
BooWop, you can't let a guest stand. You can't let a guest do this, BooWop.
Hey, the guest.
you can't let a guest do this, BooWop.
It's, you know what I mean? For them.
The 03 Bucks.
The 99 2000 Rams and 02 03 Bucks.
There you go. All right. So the way this works is I have my order already. It's BooWop, Theo, Trent, GK, and then Mel. I'm going to read you a category, and you're just going to tell me who you're taking, the 2003 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers or the 2000 Super Bowl champion Rams.
Wait, one second. Who was the quarterback for the Buccaneers that year?
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
Okay, I got you. I remember now. Okay, I got you.
All right. So I'm going to call your name the first round, second round. Just know your order. So starting off, Tampa Bay or Rams? BooWop, offense.
Rams.
Theo?
Rams.
Trent?
Rams.
GK. Rams.
And then Melvin.
Rams.
Sweep. Defense. BooWop.
Bucks.
Ram defense.
I did. Listen. Simp, you know what happened.
Bucks.
Bucks. GK.
Bucks.
And then Melvin.
Yeah, Tampa.
Simp, you know we had to cancel Wednesday. Should stop playing me. I had to do all this stuff late. I put 2003 versus 2003. Also, when I looked up to do the teams, I put 2004 Tampa Bay and was like, they didn't win a championship. So leave me alone. All right, best offensive player. BooWop. Which team had the better offensive player? The best offensive player?
Rams.
Theo?
Rams.
Rams.
Rams. Best defensive player? Simply leave me the hell alone, Simp. You get to bother me because your team won the championship?
Wasn't London Fletcher on that team?
Yeah, but he wasn't really London Fletcher yet, though.
You said
And
the
then
Bucks
also,
BooWop?
I mean, look at the Hall of
Theo?
Famers on the Tampa.
Bucks. Clear.
Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks. I was
Better coach.
They had Ronnie Barber, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Warren
that's
Sapp.
the Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
Warren Sapp. Yeah.
Going
All right, Golly, be good,
Derek
man.
Brooks.
Better coach. Who had the better coach?
That was the Gruden team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Rams had
Dick Vermeil.
Yeah, give me Dick. Whoa.
You said who?
Yeah, pause.
You said give me Dick. What happened? What the fuck did I just come back to? What the hell is going on over here? BooWop, who you say taking Tampa?
Give me Vermeil.
You said who?
Vermeil.
You said you want Bill? You said
Give
you
him
want
who?
Bill?
Vermeil.
Now this time he wants the V. You asked him again. First time he said he wanted the D.
He wants Bill Dick. I don't know what's going on over there. He wants a Bill
I'm going Tampa.
I don't know where BooWop went. I'm sorry. Tampa.
I say Tampa.
Yeah, I know you, Theo. I'm talking about BooWop.
I said give me the Rams.
All right.
Rams.
Give me Chucky. Tampa.
GK.
This is difficult for me. I'll say give me the Bucks.
Special teams. Which team had the better special teams?
Easy. You can put me down for the Rams on that.
BooWop.
That's who?
Best special teams. Like the whole special team.
Who said the Rams?
Rams.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is gonna be when you got to make this into a TikTok, GK. You're gonna have fun for that long ass what you just took.
I'll say the Bucks.
Who had the better special team player? Who had the best special team player?
That'd be Rams.
After this, we get into the spicy stuff.
I'm to the Rams.
Isaac King.
Rams.
I'm gonna say Rams.
Yeah, I'll say Rams.
All right. Which team had better swagger? Who had the swagger? The swaggy swag.
I'm gonna say the Bucks.
Bucks.
I'll say the
Rams.
Bucks too.
Rams.
Toughness.
Bucks.
Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks on that.
Who would you rather play? Which team would you rather play? The 2003 Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the 2000 St. Louis Rams?
The Bucks.
I would rather play the Rams.
Rams.
Who wins? 2003 Tampa Bay or 2000 Rams?
Rams.
Bucks.
That's tough.
That Ram offense is sick. They would have ate that Tampa 2 up.
Listen, these guys made that swagger. Look at BooWop.
What did he say?
I snitched on BooWop.
I'm gonna say the Jesus Christ. I'm gonna say the Bucks.
He said, I'm gonna say. All right, you guys can debate while I tally up the score.
Yeah, I think the Bucks will probably win. Probably win by like 2 touchdowns.
Nah, that Ram offense, you gotta understand. That Tampa 2 would have no answer for Marshall Faulk out that backfield, let alone Isaac Bruce.
It was close, 28-27.
They can match it though.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but the Bucks roster on defense is insane.
But they played a zone. You can't play zone against that offense. They will get destroyed.
destroy kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And they
I
have
mean,
one of the best
Or they get to the quarterback, or they making them make pass decisions, or they get to the quarterback.
And if you're saying that, and if you flip
Warren
sides,
Sapp, Simeon Rice, Rondé Barber, Lynch, and Derek Brooks.
You flip sides.
He gotta make quick decisions like out the gate. Like
you flip sides. Who's stopping Mike Allstar?
You talking about trying to pound the ball? They're going to score in like 2 plays.
That's crazy. That's
like
ridiculous.
Dude, Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt would destroy that.
Nonsense. We got to play Apex.
You act like why are we acting like Rondé Barber some scrub?
He plays the zone because he's slow.
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing is, they can
at that time in 2003.
Let's not act like they
put so much pressure on the quarterback. Like they get it to him before he can get it out like that.
That rim offensive line was legit.
I mean,
but Simeon Rice and Warren Sapp were like.
I'm not taking nothing away from their front four. Their front four is legit as all hell. What I'm saying is, you're trying to play zone against 3 elite wide receivers.
2.
Y'all sleep. Come on. Are you at Isaac?
He wasn't elite. He was good. He wasn't elite.
Isaac King. When it came to slot receivers, Isaac King was legit.
Yeah, but he wasn't an elite receiver.
I'll give you. Torrey Holt was a rookie, so I'll give you Isaac Bruce and Marshall Faulk. But let's not act like that deep. Besides Orlando Pace in that O-line, bro, the Bucks are gonna go crazy. Like, and Derek Bruce is one of the greatest pass coverage linebackers of all time.
They were called
the whole reason they were able to run the zone is because of Derek Brooks.
He called the greatest show on turf, but like, let's not act like the Bucks had Derek Brooks one of the best pass coverage linebackers of all time. You still had John Lynch who would knock your helmet off.
He's run now slow. John Lynch, he wouldn't have caught nobody.
He's slow as molasses. Yeah, but at that time, let's not act like everybody's just straight speed.
Y'all gotta understand why they played the Tampa 2, because they had no speed.
But hold on.
The Ram offense was built on speed.
For sure. But let's not act like they had straight speed demons on the other side of the ball. Like
they don't need to be speed demons. They just need to be faster than you.
They're not gonna be that faster though. That's my point.
You don't got the
but
time,
you know why they able to play the cover 2 though, right?
Huh?
You know why they able to play the Tampa 2, right?
Yes.
Because of the elite. You know what I'm saying? They made it up with the pressure that they was getting.
Look, I was in camp with them. I know why they ran the Tampa 2.
Okay.
I learned the Tampa 2 from Tony Dungy before that.
Okay.
That defense.
What you mean you was in camp with them?
I told you I used to play ball. I was on the Ravens practice squad for 2 years, and one of my boys used to play in Tampa. So
you didn't tell me that.
Well, that was like
when I say introduce yourself, you didn't say none of that either.
Yes, I did. I said I play football. I don't get into
mystery, man.
Oh shit! I'm on Facebook talking to a dude, and I'm like, "Look, bro, I ain't got time for you. I got to go on the podcast with a Euro player / coach. I could have been like an ex NFL player too. Like,
I don't go into all that. Practice squad ain't NFL player, but
I know. You gotta big it up though on social media, though. You gotta big it up.
But it's just like those dudes, like Rondé Barber and them dudes. They weren't cover dudes. They could play the hell out the zone. Don't get me wrong. But my thing is the way that the way that Ram offense would have attacked it, they would have had no answers for it, bro.
So what would
so Warren Sapp and them would have caused a lot of havoc in the front. But if they got it off, because you wouldn't be able to press them that hard because you still had to worry about Marshall Faulk.
So flip sides, what would the Rams do to the Bucks?
It's easier for me to stop Mike Allstott than it is trying to stop Marshall Faulk.
They didn't have just Mike Allstott either though.
Right. You had what? Keyshawn Johnson?
Mm-hmm. Work done on
like their offense wasn't explosive.
No, they had a terrible offense. Like solid, I say.
It was good. It just wasn't. You're not gonna get into a run. You're not gonna get into a shootout with the Rams with that offense.
No,
I wouldn't even say it would be a shootout. I think the most I've seen them scoring is like 20 points, 21 points. That defense was crazy.
Okay, if they score 20, but then what do you think Tampa gonna score?
I can see them.
The
matching.
Bucks beat the Raiders 48-21 in the Super Bowl.
I can see Kurt Warner throwing a pick.
Hey, wasn't Keenan the best wide receiver that year?
Huh?
Keenan, what's his name?
McCardell.
McKeenan McCardell.
He was the best wide receiver that year, right?
But he wasn't. I don't think he's on the Rams.
Oh, somebody just wrote it in the chat.
Nakeem McCardell. No, he went. No. He was old. That's when he was like on the Jags. I think.
Yeah, 700
yards.
yards.
He made the Pro Bowl that year.
I think he did. He was solid. They had a solid offense, but mainly it was that defense. And I don't think that offense was going like crazy on that team like that, especially with the whole defense, the whole line part, and how good their defensive line was.
That's I was just always a fan of their defense. Like I love the Rams offense, but I love the Bucs defense, bro. I love that defense.
You got Simeon Rice, Warren and Anthony McCraw.
Yeah, no, their front seven was legit. I'm not saying that it's not.
But you talking about aerial, like they're aerial.
But once, like all is going. The threat of Marshall Faulk is going to control that. Like all you need is 2 seconds just for them to worry about him. And once everybody else is downfield doing what they do, it's gonna get ugly.
You say it's gonna get ugly. I can't see it going back there.
Go look at that. Go look at that Ram offense.
No, I remember that's the year Marshall Faulk had like 1,000 rushing, 1,000.
Who did the Bucs play in that series in the playoffs?
I think they played.
What, 03?
I think they played Vic that year. I swear I thought they did.
Wait, who are you talking about?
The Buccaneers.
The Bucs. Okay, so the Bucs had to beat. They beat the 49ers, the Eagles, and then the Raiders in the Super Bowl.
Who was
the running back for the Eagles?
Running back for the.
It had to have been Westbrook, right?
Westbrook?
Brian Westbrook, yeah.
He was there that year?
He was in 2003, I'll check.
I don't think he was there that year.
Or...
I forgot about Brian Kelly, honestly. So they played...
I'm about to tell you right now.
Yeah, they like... Probably the best defense that year, too. Like, they defense can make up for the offense. And they can get sacks, fumbles.
The running back here was Westbrook.
Oh, he was.
He was Westbrook.
He played 15 games that season, started 8. He had 117 attempts, 613 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Like I best, I see him scoring like 21 at best. Honestly.
I'm just trying to see if they play any comparable running backs to like. I know it's nobody as good.
Nah,
no way.
Nah, it's just nobody that comparable to Marshall Faulk. But
no, I'm just saying like how do they play against the running threat? You feel me? Like,
yeah, I just think that D line will dominate though.
No. So, I mean, it'd be a good game. I'll tell you that. But I just think the Rams will pull it out at the end.
Yeah, they get a chance to air that thing out.
And they just had the better, and they had the better quarterback. So
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, hold on.
All right, G baby. See, we miss you, G baby. I'm gonna say BooWop. What time is it?
Safe out.
Safe out. Who we doing today?
Sure. Stop putting me on the first spot, man.
What you say?
Hold on. Is this? Let me see what's going on over here in Discord real quick.
Yeah. What? GK, who we got in safe and out today?
Shady.
This the man himself, Mr. Shady.
That's what we doing. Oh, my fault.
Yeah, Shady McCoy. All right, Shady McCoy. He was drafted by the Eagles in the second round, 53rd overall pick in 2009 NFL Draft. His career, he played 170 games, averaged 104, rushed for 11,102 yards. Yards attempted 4.5, touchdown 73. And then receiving yards, he had 3,898 with 16 catching touchdowns. And then in the playoffs, he had 104 yards with 0 touchdowns. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, 2-time Super Bowl champ, Hall of Fame All 2000s team. Best game was the snow game. I know you guys know that. I'm going to say that last thing for a little later. So what do you guys thought on Shady McCoy making the From the Sidelines Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I don't think that's like a...
That's no question.
From this...
Yeah, it's our Hall of Fame. We're not putting him in the NFL. It's just people that we want to see, do they deserve from the fans' point of view to go in the Hall of Fame? From my point of view. So you're a part of it now.
I think it's no question,
No question in the Hall of Fame. I think it's some questions, bro.
There's a lot of questions.
Please tell me the question.
What questions? I got one big question. One big glaring question.
Yeah.
his 2 Super Bowl rings. That's what's edging him, gonna help him get in, right?
I don't care if he has 0 Super Bowl rings.
Because thank you, GK. Because it's like he has 0 Super Bowl rings.
We taking away Super Bowls now.
I don't care if he has 0 Super Bowl appearances.
Nothing in those
Troy, we taking away Super Bowl rings now?
It doesn't matter how many he has, bro.
I'm just saying he has 0 touches in his Super Bowl wins. I'm not taking away nothing for nobody that plays in the game.
I don't care.
He didn't even get put in the game.
He has,
but it doesn't matter about the Super Bowl for him though.
Seasons
What?
of
With him,
over
it doesn't matter about the Super
1,000
Bowl.
scrimmage yards.
So just say that.
Just say that.
That's it. With him, it doesn't matter about the Super Bowls to me, bro.
No, yeah, it don't matter at all.
Okay,
That's
fine.
His career is crazy.
Is it? I don't think it is.
I want to say crazy.
How's
I
it
wanna say
not?
crazy. His play is crazy. What he plays.
He's flashy as fuck. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah,
I like how he plays, but to say his career, no.
Why?
I mean, he was like a top 5 running back in the 2010s, and then shit, he got the consistent like,
He got 4.5 yards per carry.
Like
his career.
Was he ever the best running back in the league?
He's only led the league in rushing once.
I mean, but just because you don't lead the league in rushing
yards a game, same year. So he's only ever been at the top of his game, at the top of the league for 1 year.
So I got a question. I'm not really.
Hold on.
I'm not really a football guy. I got a question. I ain't really a football guy. But is 4.5 yards per carry for your career good?
Yes.
That's good.
No, that's good.
Extremely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like,
say
so if you say percentiles as far as running back, would he be like in the top 5% or top 10 or?
I would say
Listen, I just want to tell you guys this real quick. 2009 only started 4 games. He had 945 yards from scrimmage. So then from 2010 to 2017, listen to these: 1672, 1624, 1213, 2146, 1474, 1187, 1623, and 1586. Straight dominance for 8 years.
I'll put it.
I wouldn't call that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not saying scrimmage yards is dominance. I see 2000.
What do you mean?
Yards, 2011,
yards. To answer BooWop question though,
800, 1600, 13, 800.
Like some years besides AP, he was top 2.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay. I just looked it up. It says.
But you have to count his receiving stats too. 40 catches, 78 catches, 48 catches, 54 catches, 52 catches. Like.
So I just looked it up. It says McCoy 4.5, 2 carry yard per carries, career yards per carry mark is 7th highest in NFL history among running backs with 2,000 carries. He is
Shady's 15,000 scrimmage yards are 18th most in NFL history.
He's ahead of Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Daniel Thomason, Eric Dickerson, Marshall Faulk, Tony Dorsett, and Earl Campbell.
This is why y'all gonna be mad at me because numbers like that. Because it's my Frank Gore argument. Frank Gore is second all time in rushing. Does anybody consider him an elite rusher?
Well, he played for
no, but look at his longevity.
Now longevity is
but that's what I'm
elite running back though.
But he has all everybody's gonna throw numbers. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
No, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Frank Gore
How not?
Because
we're talking about Shady. Let's not talk about Frank Gore.
So why is Vinny Testaverde a Hall of Famer then?
Huh?
Exactly.
Vinny Testaverde?
Yes.
What do you mean?
He's up there.
How many years? How many years was Testaverde a top 5 quarterback in the league?
Huh?
How many years was Testaverde a top 5 quarterback in the league?
How many times was Frank Gore a top 5 running back?
A lot.
We're talking about Testaverde.
What are we doing?
You keep on changing player to player to player to player.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
You
brought up Vinny Testaverde, right? Wait, hold on. You talking about Vinny Testaverde, right? You talking about the dude who threw 13 TDs and almost 40 picks? That dude?
Aren't you the same people? Everybody last week. Everybody was talking about Jameis Winston as a top fucking 10 quarterback,
and he's not. That's
we're trying to talk about Shady.
My point
must have been G baby.
What I'm saying is, we're talking about stats.
But that's a bad comparison, though.
But you have to apply context to the stats. You can't just use stats alone.
So
even Theo said that's G, baby.
You have to apply the context to the stats.
I can't apply the
stats. 2 decent years.
Shady is he was an electric dude while he was in Philly.
For 8 and Buffalo for 8 years.
Why would he not be in the Hall of Fame?
That's a damn near decade.
It's the very good players. This is my opinion. Like I said, that's why I said y'all gonna hate me.
Oh, okay.
A very good player does not go to the Hall of Fame.
But he was a top 5 running back for 8 years.
I don't know about the whole 8 years thing. Maybe
How?
2.
I just
2, 3.
Give me what seasons was it? What seasons was it?
Okay, so let's see.
From
So
2010 to 2017.
Where did he play with those other running backs?
He made a Pro Bowl 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Pro Bowl, dude.
Pro Bowl don't mean nothing, Jimmy. Hold on.
Ice cream right now.
2013, he was for sure top 5. 2014, he was top 5. And shit. Low key, 2011, he could have had a case for top 5. I'll have to look at the
for 9 years in a row, he averaged over 4.5 yards per touch for 9 straight years. And for his entire career, he averaged 5 yards per touch.
I'll probably say from 20.
Sorry, guys, this is my dad.
That's 11 years.
So from 2010.
I said very good.
Shout out to my dad.
Excellent is not the same.
I mean, very good. I mean, there was 2 years in time that ended up here in his peak when he got hurt. So I mean, what do you mean? He was very elite.
Now I agree with Trent, y'all, that he's very good. I just don't know if I would say he's a Hall of Fame.
How not though?
I said he's a very good running back.
But
Hall
he was
of Fame
elite.
running back? No.
In his prime, he was elite.
Did we do another running back? Did we do another running back in the
Corey Dillon, and we put him in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Oh my
God. That's what I'm gonna say.
Bro,
to that standard,
if you put Corey Dillon in, then you got to put Shady.
If we don't put Shady in, Corey's fucking out.
No, that's what I'm saying. He got voted in.
Slow down.
Right. To tell him, BooWop, he got voted in. We don't.
Corey Dillon got more yards than him. He played less time than Shady McCoy.
But Corey Dillon should be in the Hall of Fame,
right?
Anyway.
So say that Corey Dillon need to be out because we don't feel Shady McCoy needs to be in.
I'm just confused about the whole elite part. When he was elite in his prime, he was.
From 2010 to 2019, who was number 1 in rushing yards? Shady. Who was number 1 in scrimming yards? Shady.
And Shady after 2017 fell off a cliff. He got old.
Yeah,
so I mean, what you mean? There was still running backs like AP out there, Chris Johnson.
Who has the most 40-yard plus touchdowns of all time?
40-yard touchdowns?
Nah, 40-yard touchdowns.
Shady!
What that mean?
I don't mean nothing to you.
Right. 40-yard touchdowns. Okay.
But I'm just confused.
What do you mean? That's like who has the most home runs of all time. That's pretty important.
Nah, no, it's not. That's a bet. No,
how is it not?
Not the same
40 yards. How you gonna compare a 40-yard touchdown to home runs?
Because that's a home run, is it not? You hand the ball off.
And it's like a touchdown, not 40 yards. You doing a specific 40?
No, that's what I'm saying. 40-yard touchdowns.
No, if you would have just said touchdowns, period. 40-yard touchdowns don't mean anything.
Right.
No, 40 yards and more. That means really long touchdown runs.
Yeah, no, G, we know what you're saying, but what we're saying is that doesn't matter to us how long he ran for a touchdown. If it was 1-yard touchdown, if it was a 20-yard touchdown,
a 40-yard touchdown is a lot harder to get than a 1-yard touchdown.
Deshaun Jackson has more 70-yard touchdowns than anybody in the league. Does anybody consider Deshaun Jackson a top 10, 15 wide receiver all the time?
No, but he wasn't a top 5 receiver for a decade. He didn't lead the league in receiving yards over the course of a decade. He didn't lead the league in scrimmage yards over the course of a decade.
If I break it down, I can break it down and see what he did. My point is,
honest, bro. In 2010's period, besides AP, LaShawn McCoy is right there. He's really
a long time.
I would say Shady was up there. I'm not going to say he wasn't.
We're arguing,
but we're arguing Hall of Fame overall.
Hall of Fame. I never said he wasn't go to career. I said he's a very good running back.
So what would not make him in the Hall of Fame, man?
What would he need? What would he need, man?
What more would you need from him to put him in?
You know, a couple of touches and Super Bowl wins, and maybe a touchdown.
Your peak would have to be around like Barry Sanders. For 9 years, you was fucking phenomenal. Or
which he was.
No, listen, but you're asking me.
Like Barry Sanders. That's for damn sure.
But you're asking
He definitely wasn't no Barry. But he's trying to tell you
this is the Hall of Fame. This isn't the number one.
No, I'm not finished.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
Or you're like Emmitt Smith, where you're part of a team, but you're like the main cog in it. So you got the Super Bowls to back it up. You may not be considered the best running back, but on that team and what you did, you were a main cog in that offense. Or you're like a LaDainian Tomlinson, Marshall Faulk. You are elite at everything.
So that's not ridiculous.
So does that mean you only want to put like 5 guys in the Hall of Fame?
But it's not ridiculous.
No, you're asking me
I get you.
when I look at a running back.
I get you because to me, Shady in his prime was very elite, and he was still good in the passing game.
Okay, if his elite, I'll give you is at his prime and LaDainian Tomlinson's prime. Who you taking?
LT.
LaDainian Tomlinson for me is the best running back of all time, so that's unfair to compare him to.
That's crazy that you said
that. Is crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
I got LT top 3. So just.
The thing is, you comparing them to elites,
but that's what I said.
Yeah, that's his criteria.
We're not saying he's the greatest of all time. We're just saying he's in the Hall of Fame.
Mel, keep going. Who else?
Right.
Because LT top 5, so keep going.
Right. Would you take him over Adrian Peterson?
No, I got AP2, so no, come on.
Right. Emmitt Smith?
Yes.
No.
He laughs because he think he would do it. You would laugh only because you probably agree with me. Like I'm one of these. Like
Shady's more talented than Emmitt.
I don't.
He is. No, Shady is way more talented.
You're not talking talent.
I'll view him as if it's career wise, no. But if you're talking about if I'm taking him as a player, yes, I'm taking him over Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, but we're talking.
Well,
we
obviously
gotta
not
stay on the
accomplishments.
career.
Obviously, Emmitt has more accomplishments.
So we're gonna go. If we're just gonna go on career, I wouldn't be mad if you put him in. I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just vote him out. That's all.
So does that mean you're only gonna have like 10 guys in? Like how many guys are you gonna have in there?
Keep going though. So I'm trying to hear this. So who else then?
All time. All right, we want to go with older dudes or just dudes who played now? Like
it don't matter.
Wait, in his time. Real quick.
Even this goes along with just the whole 2010. It don't matter.
This goes along with what you're saying though, Trent. Real quick. Like, do you think Shady McCoy is a top 40 running back of all time?
Top 40? Yeah.
So then you don't think the best 40 running backs of all time are in the Hall of Fame? Like,
hell no.
Where do you draw the line?
GK, come on, bro.
Where I draw the line?
Top 30?
Top 30?
Top 30 don't even make it into the NFL Hall of Fame.
So what do you have to be? Top 20? Top how many?
So is Shady top 25?
Yes.
He's top 25 by the numbers, yeah.
So then that's the BooWop. That's the point I'm trying to get at, basically.
So Mel, who else then?
But by numbers, I just don't go by numbers. I go by I look at what they do. I just don't look at numbers.
I don't take it all.
So from 2009 to 2019.
So would you take Marshawn Lynch or Shady McCoy?
Shady McCoy.
You crazy?
Shady.
Yeah, but from 2009 to 2019, which running back had how many running backs had a better career than Shady from 09 to 19?
I'd have to look at them. I can't.
What'd you say?
How many running backs from 09 to 19 had a better career than Shady?
Adrian Peterson.
There's one.
I would have to look at them.
And then that's why
I can't run off the top of my head right now.
I can't definitely say off the top of my head. But
Adrian Peterson, who we can all agree is like a top 5 running back of all time. It's one guy.
No, it's not crazy. We said it's tough, Taz. But go ahead, BooWop.
I'm just looking at Shady's like year and year. He had 6 good years and 6 bad years. Something like
6 bad.
Not to GK.
Yeah, 6 bad.
Yeah.
6 bad.
Wait, tell me which ones were the bad ones.
Yeah.
His rookie year, he had almost 1,000 scrimmage yards, 945.
2012, he got hurt.
I love the scrimmage yards thing.
Y'all combining the scrimmage yards.
Yeah, I love that.
Hold on. Stop right there. Scrimmage yards means rushing plus receiving. How do you not count both?
Because
you barely get 1,000 scrimmage yards. That don't tell me a whole lot.
He's giving 1,000 yards of offense to his offense. like.
So what about 2K from scrimmage though? That's not great.
That tells me something. Yeah,
and he had that.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the 6 years where he barely hit 1,000 at the scrimmage. Like I'm still looking at that.
So hold on. Okay, I'll give you like after 2017. Yeah, all right, cool. And then 09 he was a rookie. 2012 he got hurt, and 2015 he got hurt.
But even in 2010, his second year, he averaged over 100 yards per game, 6 yards per touch.
I don't know. It's just,
and he only started 13 games.
I'm just kind of confused.
Like I said, if y'all want to put him in, that's cool. He's very good. I'm not saying y'all make him seem like I said he was trash.
Nah.
I just said he's a very good running back.
He just don't meet your criteria.
I just don't.
He
just for me, I wouldn't say he's a Hall of Famer. Nope.
So who else would be like ahead of him that still doesn't get in?
I don't know who. Who are you talking about?
Because I
think
Steve Jackson.
Like, do you have anybody that you consider better than Shady, but you still wouldn't let in?
That's better than that. I wouldn't let into the whole.
Or is like he literally like the gatekeeper?
I mean, for him, Frank Gore's. I think Frank Gore probably. Because I don't know how Frank Gore went.
Yeah, I would like I said, even with Frank Gore.
With Frank Gore, for me,
but to me, Shady's better than him though.
I agree, but I would put Frank Gore in just based on the fact that he was able to play the running back position for like 20 years. That in itself is a feat.
He got two of them.
So you think Marshawn Lynch better than Shady?
Huh?
You think Marshawn Lynch better than Shady?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't see that.
If I was,
but would you put Lynch in?
Hell yeah.
What?
You wouldn't put Marshawn Lynch in the Hall of Fame?
No, now you losing me because how?
No, I'm saying just the fact that you put Marshawn Lynch in.
Name me one Shady McCoy moment.
He's talking about so Bell going from the eye test.
Why are we talking about moments now? What we doing?
Off an impact seem like.
Yeah, impact and eye test. So like,
like I said, I don't do stats. I go for.
I can't even. I mean, for impact, it's so total. Bro was on the Eagles and he on the Seahawks with Legion of Boom.
I'm kind of with Mel. You got to look at all of it. You can't just look at Shady stats and be like, all right, he's in the Hall of Fame. You can't just look at Shady stats and be like, he's in the Hall of Fame just off his stats. You can't do that with any player. With anybody, you have to look at the eye test. You have to look at the impact that they had in the game, the teams that they have, with the team, the success they had, how he contribute to that team success. You have to look at all of that when you're talking about putting a player in a Hall of Fame.
But Shady
in 2013, the only reason that Shady didn't win Offensive Player of the Year is because Peyton Manning threw for 5,400 yards and 55 touchdowns.
So now I'm lost on how Marshawn Lynch is for sure in the Hall of Fame, but Shady's not.
Because I'll
have to think about it.
Marshawn Lynch was able to do during a season, into the playoffs, and a Super Bowl run. Shady has never done.
I hate, but that's team though.
You a team dude. I hate people who does this. You play to win the game. Herman Edwards.
Right.
Why would you not
situational stuff that you're in, bro? He played for the Eagles. What you mean? He played for the Eagles. Marshawn Lynch had Legion of Boom with him too, with Russell Wilson.
Okay.
How many?
That's not
the amount of years that Marshawn Lynch could possibly be considered a top 5 running back.
No, it is
versus Shady McCoy's amount of years as a top 5 running back. Shady trumps him.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Shady
was what I'm saying.
He could have bounced and went to a better team.
Name me
where would he win? Where would he win?
What was the other team you just named before that?
How many teams did he play for?
He could have went to the Legion of Boom.
No, he couldn't have. Come on,
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with Mel, bro, because I got the same kind of thing with basketball. I feel the same way with basketball. I don't just look at the stats, man. I look at what you don't gotta.
Yes. Okay. Listen.
It might be on you, Taz. It might just be on you.
Okay. I agree. I don't want to just look at the stats, but Shady's stats. Shady didn't acquire his stats as a product of his circumstances. Shady acquired his stats despite his circumstances.
So the Eagles never had a good team.
No, they were good, but like,
okay.
But like
his stats. That's his circumstances helping him get his stats because if the
wasn't
Eagles
he on
didn't
the
have
team
an
that went to
O-line,
4 NFC
if the
championships?
Eagles didn't have an O-line to create gaps for him to get through, he would go nowhere. And we see this
still
all the time.
But now
we see it all the time with Ty Gurley. What happened with Ty Gurley? Exploded on the scene when his team could no longer get him gaps for him to run through. What happened to him? He's no longer a
I'm just still
back, right?
confused. Like what?
It goes on your offensive line too, G. You can't just sit here and be like Shady.
Not when you have like 60
nothing.
and 70 catches a year too.
But Troy, this don't make sense to me now because now I'm hearing Marshawn Lynch is for sure in, but Shady's not.
Well, no, I'm not. I didn't say that. That's on Mel. I didn't say that. I'm just saying I agree with his overall consensus on Shady was better. And what I'm saying is
Marshawn Lynch had a run that made the Seattle crowd yell that they thought it was an earthquake.
That's one play.
No, but that's one play. What about when he ran through the Saints?
What? So we're talking about you know how many clips I can bring of a Shady juking somebody's shoes off, bro, in a snow game.
Come on, bro. But that was in like week 6.
It don't matter. It don't have to be in a play.
He's talking about, and I'm with him, Trent. He's talking about when it matters the most.
What you talking about when he beat the Saints? That when he had that monster run?
Yeah.
Theo, when you gotta go.
What happened after that?
We almost done anyway.
We won the game, and what happened after the next game? Did they win?
Yo, I'm a Saints fan, by the way, so me and G Baby, we can't relate.
But you're not as spicy as G Baby. You more realistic than G Baby.
Everybody on this call right now knows one thing. If they would have gave Marshawn Lynch the ball at one, they would have scored.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm still mad at that play. I ain't a Seahawks fan.
I get 100%.
Shady doesn't have. We don't have. If they would have gave Shady the ball, we don't have
bro. That. This is where we losing me, bro. Again, team shit. Like, come
We're
on,
playing
but that's
team
not,
sport, bro.
But hold on, you said that's team shit, but GK just said that's not team shit when it comes to Shady. That's what I'm getting confused. But that's why I'm confused at. It's team shit when Marshawn Lynch can run for a touchdown, but it's not team shit when Shady is doing all this because his offensive line is opening gaps for him.
It's this, but it's not. But like, bro, the 2013, the year they lost the Super Bowl, that's one of the best teams in the league. Like they made it to the Super Bowl.
So you're saying team shit, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Peyton Manning throwing for 50 touchdowns, we shouldn't count that because it's a team stat.
What do you mean? How?
Because he had to throw it to somebody.
He's a quarterback. That's what you do. You throw the ball.
Okay, so a defense has to play for the offense, correct?
Yes, but what are we doing?
So we're working with team concepts here.
Yes, what are we doing?
All right, so then you can't throw team out.
He's that head honcho. We're talking about a run back.
What do you mean?
Peyton Manning is the head honcho of the whole team. We're talking about a running back.
So a running back doesn't need an offensive line?
I didn't say that, but a great running back always.
Listen, it's Shady.
What I'm getting at is everybody needs teamwork.
Yeah,
this is a team.
Oh my God,
he's a great running back.
No, not everybody. Sean Alexander did, not Shady, because Shady's making people miss.
So his offensive line didn't block nobody.
Oh my God! If Shady offensive line didn't open up gaps, Shady wouldn't have an opportunity to make the second level miss to break out for 40-yard touchdowns.
Yes, but when you compare it to other running backs, the other running backs aren't making the second level miss.
You have to stop doing that because I forget the running back name, but he was doing the same thing you said Shady was doing. And then when that offensive line stopped working, he became nothing. He wasn't a good running back no more. You want to know why? Because he had no opportunities to get through holes.
Right.
That's what
exactly. I agree with you. And Shady McCoy is not like that guy.
Yes, Shady is like that. I could go find tape, just like Trent said. I could go find tape of Shady getting stuffed in the backfield time after time and time. His offensive line wasn't open.
Bringing up 2 plays from Marshawn.
No, I'm not saying that. That's Mel. Say Mel. Say Mel. Don't say Troy. Say Mel.
Those are just examples. But I gave you 2 examples. You give me none.
Because that don't matter. That does not matter.
Yeah, because exactly. Why do you put weight in there?
All right, Theo got to go soon, so let's wrap up.
I think that does matter some. I don't
it does matter.
I think everything
that didn't happen though.
No.
A 1-yard line.
Because then we would have Robert Ory in the Hall of Fame.
No, we wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't. No, one would do that.
No, we wouldn't.
You're going against yourself now.
No,
how?
How am I going against myself?
For me, for Mel, because look, one example.
So look, hold on, G. Did you just take on G Baby's loop?
Then we have to put Robert Ory in the Hall of Fame too.
No, we don't.
They getting red and shit.
Damn. No, we don't.
No, we don't. How?
Because what he's saying is I got him. He's saying because you're using Marshawn Lynch's moments, then I could just use Big Shot Bob moments. And then that's all elevated into the whole thing. But the point, hold on, guys, hold on. The point that you're missing, GK, is what Melvin is saying is he's taking the moments, he's taking the stats, he's taking the eye test, he's taking the gumbo, he's taking everything down the line of the list, and he's saying Shady is not in the Hall of Fame because of everything, not just one thing. What you guys are doing is you're just saying, you hear him say something that you don't like, and you're picking on that point. But what he's been saying from the get is, I look at everything. These are the things I look at, and you're challenging everything he looks at. He looks at everything. I look at everything. I'm the same way. Theo said he agrees with him. He looks at everything. You have to look at everything when you're talking about putting somebody in the Hall of Fame. You can't just go, oh, his stats.
In one area, you can compensate for it in another.
What impact did he have? How did his impact contribute to winning? It didn't. So we have to take
sure. So what you lack in one area, you can make up for in another.
So like this is where I look at it, like, because I got to go back to basketball because I'm a basketball guy.
Yeah.
Let's say Bradley Beal plays 4 more years and he averaged about the same amount of points as AI, right? When I look at their careers, I'm gonna say AI career is way better because I remember the moments. I remember the Tyronn Lue moments. I remember when he had to put a team on his back and do stuff. Bradley Beal numbers look nice. He got a higher percentage. He shoot at a higher clip with a higher percentage, and he looks damn near the same. But when I look at the career, I say, damn, I remember AI did all these things. So I'm gonna put AI as higher regard for me, just from the eye test, not just numbers.
And also, I just think AI just a better basketball player than Bradley.
Yeah, you can say that, but I get what that's what we're saying, G. We're not taking one thing into consideration more than the other. We're splitting it into a pie, right? It's a pie, and every piece of the pie is something. Whether it's stats, accolades, his impact, what he's done on good teams, like the pieces around him, all that stuff fits into that pie, and we have to judge it from that pie, not just pick a piece up. Like, I want to eat the stats pie, and that's what I'm just going to know.
I'm not even trying to eat the stats. So Troy, Marshawn, he brought up Marshawn Lynch.
Talk to Mel. He right there.
I'm talking about Mel. I know that. I'm saying that.
I'm saying Troy.
I'm telling you what I'm confused and I'm lost about, because he's saying like. These like bringing up 2 plays for Marshawn, and one of them was a hypothetical, and that didn't happen. He lost the game over that. Okay, cool. Because y'all actually.
But that goes to impact, Trent. That's why he's bringing it up. It goes to his impact on the board.
It ain't happening.
Or on the floor.
Even they both played in Buffalo, correct?
Yes.
Who was better in Buffalo?
Shady.
No, he wasn't.
No, it was definitely Marshawn.
Definitely no.
It was Marshawn, but it wasn't like,
because y'all asked me the question, when was Marshawn? I mean, not Marshawn. When was LaShawn ever the best or whatever? When was Marshawn ever the best? He was never the best running back in the league.
That's true.
Look, I'm not. See, he didn't have to be. I never.
Shady had 5 years in Buffalo, and he gave him like 5,000 yards. So. I don't know Marshawn's.
You see how
we're all over the place, Taz.
I'm just
you just went straight to the rushing yard, but then you don't go to
Marshawn only gave Buffalo.
I don't want to lose Theo before we.
Marshawn didn't give Buffalo 3,000 yards. Shady gave him fucking 5,000. So what are we saying?
Okay, let me ask y'all something. How y'all feel about Warren?
Listen,
just the stats.
Huh?
Everything. It's all gumbo. You gotta take.
You said how we feel about
regular season, playoffs. All that statistics, moments, you throw that shit in a pot and you cook it up.
Everything. Every single thing. It becomes a stew.
That makes my case even stronger.
No.
What are you saying?
No, because
the only thing you're going off of is stats, GK. So how does that make your case stronger?
Hold on.
Everybody else is arguing everything else. Mel, me, Theo is saying that we take everything into consideration. And the only thing you keep going back
to, the only thing I'm hearing that taken into consideration is Beastquake.
No. Okay. We're talking about his impact, what he has done, the importance of him on his team.
I don't like.
That's what we're talking about. That's
but that's situational.
The stew is the career, not the stats that came out of the career.
So for let's say for nine years, right? For 9 years, I'm giving you 85 yards of offense a game. That's not good.
That's not the point.
Back to the stats.
That's not the point.
Okay,
my point.
So
You proved it. Back to the stats.
So you can give me the stats. You can give me all of that. Is it going to get me into the playoffs and the possible Super Bowl?
See, that's my thing. That's why you be losing me with that, bro. Like, come on, let's not do that. Like,
it's just not tennis.
Like Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith. situational shit. Like, bro,
no situation situation is in that pot of gumbo. But it's what you do in that situation that matters. Because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of players, and correct me if I'm wrong, Trent. There's a lot of players in good situations and good systems that shit. Okay, we know that, right? So we hold that against them, right? So when a player is in a good system and does good in that system, we cannot then say, "Oh, wait, it's the system." No, he did in that system. He did his job in that system.
I'm not talking about no system for Marshawn Lynch because Marshawn Lynch. I'm talking about the better like team aspect. The nigga played for the Eagles versus someone who played with one of the best defenses of all time and played with the Seahawks and Russell Wilson.
All right, but he could have played. I think our point is
because before he went to the
yeah, but Marshawn.
You said Marshawn Lynch wasn't good before he got to Seattle?
I ain't said that.
Marshawn impact on that Seattle team was just as big as the impact to me, in my opinion, of the defense. Because if they did not have Marshawn on that offense as a weapon, what would they have done? Throw the ball and throw an interception and lose both Super Bowls?
Marshawn only had 5 good years.
If the Eagles don't have Shady, they might be a damn lottery team.
Actually, Marshawn really only had 4 good years. If we're being real.
Huh? You said what, BooWop?
They're so big on the scrimmage yards. Like I'm looking at.
I'm not big.
I didn't even bring it up like that. I like
that's OGK.
I'm just saying that's cool. I'm not.
So like receiving doesn't matter.
You got to keep up, Taz.
Okay.
You got to keep up.
It's just
it matters. It all matters. But I'm saying it. What I'm looking at is that yards from scrimmage. That's a combined stat.
Rushing and receiving.
Yes. So when you tell me that, and I look at a guy like Warwick Dunn who did that basically his whole career.
Don't they count the 3 yards?
Over 1,000 yards every year, basically his whole career.
Well, we can't be looking at. Okay, no, continue.
That's an example
because y'all can say if Marshawn's on the Super Bowl,
you can say that
Marshawn now on the Seahawks, they don't win or whatever. But if Shady's now on the Eagles, they don't make the playoffs.
No, you can say that. I can agree with you there too. I can agree that if Shady's now on the Eagles, they become a worse team. But what I'm saying is, we can't take away from Marshawn because of the system that he was in. Because Marshawn could have not played good in that system. He could have not been that. He could have not been the offensive threat that he was in that system.
I'm not taking it away. It's that in that system, he still went better than Shady. Not one.
That, in your opinion, and
yes, but Marshawn was only a top 5 for like 4 years.
Simp, you didn't write a message, man.
Shady was top 5 for a lot longer than that.
Simp, you supposed to write a message.
For probably twice as long.
And what did you get out of it?
That's
Shady wasn't top 5.
You telling me he was the best, the top this, the top that? What did you get out of it?
The end result is in that stew too. You know that seasoning that you put in it to spice it up. That's the end result. It's what you have done with it.
Hold on, you could be a best player on non or alcohol.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that's
Shady could have had a 5,000-yard rushing season, and that doesn't mean they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Justin Jefferson's a top 2 receiver in the league. They didn't sniff the playoffs.
Exactly.
You said what? Who?
Justin Jefferson's a top 2 receiver in the league, but they didn't sniff the playoffs.
I'm not gonna get in there
because Cooper Kupp not better than him at all.
We're gonna have Mel.
You said Justin Jefferson is a top 2 wide receiver.
Mel, let me know if you free Friday so we can have you back.
Y'all love stats. Stay out
it's not even stats.
All right, because I know Theo said he got to go. So hold on, Mel.
So
let me
Justin
know.
Jefferson is better than Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
Mel.
Yeah.
It's close though.
Guys.
I got Diggs 3.
Wow. All right, so Mel. Southside Mel, let me know if you free on the 24th, and I'll have you back on, and we can have this discussion about the best wide receiver.
All right. I'll check it.
All right, let's get to voting though. All right, so BooWop left, so I'll start with GK. Safe or out?
Safe.
All right, Trent.
Safe.
Theo.
Safe.
I'm gonna be diplomatic today since they yelled at me about the stats. We'll let him go in. He's in. He's safe.
Yo, this not the real Hall of Fame. It's their Hall of Fame.
Yeah, this is their Hall of Fame.
This their Hall of Fame. So I'm gonna let him rock.
I'll let you know, Taz, if I need somebody. If I got 6, and if I got 5, then yeah, I got you. I'm gonna go out, and we just gotta wait for BooWop and to decide. But even if BooWop decides, Shady McCoy is safe in the Hall.
We'll get Shady his gold jacket.
Yeah, GK don't like when we don't put people in the Hall of Fame. So real quick before you go, I want to run by the people that we did basketball, and then tell me if you think they should be in our Hall of Fame. All right, GK be livid. All right, Casey Jones.
He was on the Celtics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that whole team in the Hall of Fame?
Most, yeah. But we want to know, should he be in ours?
I mean,
I say yes, man.
I'll just say yeah.
Yeah, I voted yes too. They voted him out.
Wait. How many chips he got though?
He has 2 as a coach and whatever he had with Bill Russell.
Yeah.
He got like 13 championships.
By default.
Oh, he has 12. He has 12 NBA championships.
Yes.
He got voted out, just so you know.
Because I don't know what his stats look like. I just know he was part of that Celtics team.
His stats wasn't
coach,
good.
then I'm putting him in there.
His stats wasn't good. He was 7.4 points, 3.5 rebounds,
4.3
assists, 38% from the
Was
field.
he as a head coach?
Yeah, he was head coach. He won 2 as head coach.
2 championship head coach.
Nah, that's the Robert Horry syndrome. He don't get in.
But that's what happened. He got out. So then we moved on to Robert Horry.
Yeah.
Safer out.
Out.
We voted him out, but
yeah, he was out. He was out. He was definitely out. His career
he went hard for Houston. He went hard for Houston, man. Don't just take big shot. He was going hard for Houston, bro.
My argument was you can't tell the story of basketball without bringing up his name.
What'd you say, Trent?
You see the message? My God, head over quick.
Oh, go ahead. We at the end anyway. So Casey Jones, 7.4 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.3 assists. Robert Horry, 7 points, 4.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists. They're the same fucking person. Jordan Crawford.
I put Horry in for what he did in Houston though, because he averaged more than him in Houston. He was a big part of them winning them chips.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like he was an integral component as to why championships fell the way they fell.
13 points. So I could give you the
like he literally changed the course of history.
All right, Jamal Crawford. He didn't change no history. Jamal Crawford.
Yes, he did. If he doesn't make the shot, they don't win.
No, I'm talking about.
They don't go to the next game. They don't go to the next game, or they go to the next game down. Oh, I thought it was the force of Game 6. It was to go to Game 6, but it was Game 6 to go to Game 7 or something like that. But my big, he's big shot. Jamal Crawford. What'd you say, Theo?
No.
Yeah, he's out.
GK is the only one that said safe on him. I just want you to know that.
I remember I was here.
Rajon Rondo.
Yes.
Safe.
Playoff Rondo.
Y'all voted him out.
No, we
I'm
didn't.
gonna say out.
Oh, we got him in?
Yeah, Rondo's in.
Yeah.
Captain Johnson.
Who?
Kevin Johnson.
KJ in.
You got a championship?
Safe. No championship.
We voted him in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
He's underrated as a point guard.
He is underrated.
No, I like that. Chris Webber.
In. Safe. That's my dude.
Yeah.
I wanted him in.
He got sick. Yeah. Chris Webber is in. What are you talking about, G?
Good,
there are people in our Hall of Fame. You still acting like ain't nobody in there. There's people in there, bro.
Good.
G still hurt because Jamal Crawford didn't get in the Hall of Fame. Like he got there. And then real quick, football, and then we can close the show out. Terry Bradshaw, safe out.
Out.
I was the only one that said he was safe. Donovan McNabb.
There was a good argument for him to be safe.
Out.
Donovan McNabb, Theo.
Out.
He got voted out.
There's probably a better argument for Terry than Donovan, but I also wanted Donovan in.
Torrey Holt.
In.
Wes Welker, which was a spicy one.
Wes Welker.
I wanted him in.
I would say him.
GK is the only one that voted him in. Everybody else.
Corey Dillon.
Huh? What you say?
What Mel said?
In.
Yeah.
And then we had Corey Dillon.
In.
And Richard Seymour.
If you want to talk about moments and impact, Corey Dillon is goddamn it 0.
And I like Corey Dillon, but no, he's out.
Out. Theo, you saying out?
I'm just saying him for what I do with him on Madden.
Richard Seymour.
Richard Seymour.
He deserves to be in.
Yeah, he got voted in for us.
Yeah, I say in.
Yep. Theo, in, out?
In.
I mean, Mel?
What's that?
Who we talking?
Richard Seymour.
Richard Seymour.
Oh, Richard Seymour. In. He was part of that Patriot squad.
So I will give you. Let's close out, and then because I know Theo got to go, I held you a little longer. But Theo, final thoughts.
Man, it was a good show, man. I feel like Boston, they wasn't ready, bro. And they had injuries. Sometimes it's bad luck to go with a lot of, you got duck and dodge. I see you got the ring and say, all right, but
Simp, you got to get yours.
They got a little more work to do. I like Udoka as a coach, though. I like him as a coach. 100%. I like what he did with the team. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Great season basketball. It's over. See what happened in the summer. See what trades happen.
Yeah, we got a lot of news we're gonna have to talk about on this show. Melvin, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Happy. Steph got, he finished it up, got that MVP.
Finals MVP, yep.
Basketball season's over. Football. Y'all think my Shady McCoy shit was crazy. Wait till we get to the rest of that. Football.
Oh, you got yours? Word.
So
BooWop.
Everything's good.
BooWop, Shady McCoy, safe out.
My fault, Joe.
He out? Well, he got voted in safe. Me and you the only two that voted him out. Melvin suckered out. If Melvin would have went out.
Yeah, I bowed out because I'm still a new guy, so I had to,
Yeah, nah, you got to go with your gut here. We're going to have you back next Friday. We're going to talk about the top wide receivers with you because you and Trent got some stuff to work out. BooWop, final thoughts.
Man, you already know, man. I see people. Today is Friday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday. Oh, we got a favorite?
Yeah, we got a favorite. Mr. NBA versus Trent. I had to switch it last minute because the other guy doesn't know how to write back. But final thoughts, GK.
No, thank you to Theo and Mel. I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, we got prime Shady McCoy now.
You're right. The prime Shady
McCoy's prime was a damn decade, though. A damn decade.
It wasn't like somebody that played for 1 year. He had a prime. I want to thank Theo. Theo, you're a player, basketball player and coach. I want to thank you for stopping by and spending some time with us. Melvin, practice squad, NFL guy. Didn't know that, so that's good to know. But yeah, Melvin gonna be back next Friday if he open because we definitely got to get into the wide receivers. But thank you guys for sticking it out and.